maybe ever. How's it going, everybody? My name is Steven. I'm wearing the little lavalier with a dead cat on it today to get past the wind. Hopefully it's not too unbearable. And we are downtown in Fremont Street. Man, I got morning asthma, so I'm so sorry about coughing in your eardrums. We're downtown, it's Fremont Street. It's Sunday morning, and Sunday morning compared to Saturday night. We were here Saturday night. And I hope you guys would share this, and I'm hoping that people in the UK would be able to pick it up. I'm wearing my UK hat right here that somebody was nice enough to send to me. Like, share, subscribe. Give us the notifications bell if you guys want to do that. And let's take a look. And I'm wearing the mask. This is Blue Mosaic from VegasFaceMask.com. People give this guy preaching a hard time. I don't like that very much. Let's get around and see what we got. So, definitely different place. And my goodness. So, let's go see Fremont Street. Tell me if the wind is terrible. UK is here. This guy here doing his thing. How you doing, sir?
Praise the Lord.
Good. Are you always...
Feed the homeless. If you have anything you'd like to give.
Sure. Can I ask a question? Is it okay if I ask you a question on camera?
Praise the Lord.
Yeah. So what's your name?
My name's Minister Marshall.
Oh, I get you got talking to this mic, I guess. Minister Marshall. Are you a local?
No, you don't have to put the microphone on it.
I don't have to? Okay.
Yes, I am a local.
I don't know if they can hear you. That's why.
Okay.
They might not be able to hear. I'm not going to put it on you. So you a local?
Yes, we are.
Mr. Marshall. And
What we do, we come out on Sundays.
Yep.
We feed the homeless.
Well, that's nice.
Whatever donations are given, first of all, we put Christ first.
Okay.
And those that would like to hear the word, we get a word to them. And then whatever donation they give goes to help someone that is homeless out here.
That's beautiful.
By the way, we are licensed and registered.
You're a 501 and all that good stuff.
Yes, praise
Good
the
on
Lord.
you. Good on you. Well, thank you, Minister Marshall. Is it usually slow down here? When does it get busy? When do you leave?
I come to 7 in the morning, leave at 9 in the morning. We don't
Okay.
stay out. We don't stay out here all day because you have the naked folks that come out here. And
No, I know. We
how
were
you
out here
going to
last
talk
night.
about Jesus?
Yeah, we were out here last night. I don't like the naked folks myself, but
Praise the Lord.
everybody sees them and they
That's
all
why
get
we
all...
come out early in the morning.
I got you.
But
Okay.
this is what we do to make a difference out here.
Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate you.
Praise the Lord.
And thank you for helping the folks. We was looking at them down on the, you know, you go down Fremont Street, you see them all. They need help. So thank you for helping them.
Oh, praise the Lord.
All right.
Somebody got to do it.
That's right. You have a great day.
They got
Okay?
everything else out here.
Thank you, sir.
And who the first one they call
Who's the person when they call?
when they in trouble?
Oh, they pray.
Praise the
They
Lord.
praise the Lord. All right. Thank you so much,
You
Minister.
too. God bless.
Thank you. All right. So that's nice. So sounds like they got a decent little mission that they're doing, you know? Sounds like they're doing something nice, I guess, you know? That's good to see. It's good to see. So maybe I can clip this. I got to figure out a place to put my mic. Hopefully you guys could hear him. Could you guys hear him okay? I'm not sure the extent of this microphone. Hello from Florida. We got Florida in the house. Hi, Florida. Boy, you are early. Yeah, Lorna, I told you guys last night, we're going to show you guys what Fremont looks like. Both sides of the equation. Wisconsin's here. Look at this. Now, man, I wish you would have seen it. I'm kind of upset, but this was just being tested earlier. It was just a bunch of red squares. Man, we'll have to do another one of these someday. It's freezing, by the way, to me. Oh my God, they're singing Johnny Cash. You don't hear Johnny Cash at night. It's Ring of Fire. Man, it's different. It's so different. But the good thing about this is that as long as it's not super duper windy, we should be able to, you know, get around to some places we don't usually get down to down here. Because at nighttime it can be pretty dicey. And the good news is Saginaw's has your 99-cent shrimp cocktail. They're teasing it up here, so you guys can still get that. Saginaw's used to be the 99-cent shrimp cocktail over at the Golden Gate, of course. JB says it's blurry. I don't know. How is it on your end? Do we got a nice sharp picture for you guys? Let me know if it's a sharp picture for you guys. Huntington Beach is here for you, Steven. Belgium represent in the house. Wow, Belgium is here. Is it a sharp picture? Tell me if you guys are getting Blur City. All right, some people might be having issues. It's possible. Let me do one thing real fast. I risk my whole stream this way. Good, I wanted to make sure my VPN was turned on, and it certainly was turned on. If you guys are getting blurry, you might just check your own settings on your own end. It might be defaulting you guys down to a lower resolution on your end. So it's good. So there, Socks on a Duck is sleeping. Oh well. Sharpest picture I've ever seen in the history of sharpness, Matt says. Sharper than real life, Matt says. All right, I should be back. I checked my VPN. It's a virtual private network, and what it does is it tells Verizon that I'm not streaming. So Verizon thinks I'm streaming. They throttle me downwards. But anyways, we're on Fremont Street. If you guys want to share this, no idea who's even going to show, but I promised you guys I would show you the difference in Fremont Street. What I love about it, look how the light is coming through the canopy right up there. Man, nice to see with no crowds, windy too, but snow is melting. And use the VPN for privacy too, because everybody's constantly tracking you all the time. I think there probably people have their YouTube resolution set low. A lot of the times it's default set low. A lot of the times your carrier, if you're on a phone or mobile, set it low because they don't want you using up all their data. And you can always force it. There's 3 dots in the corner. You can tap the 3 dots and then you can go to the quality and you can set it higher for yourselves. The VPN, they say, kind of slows connection. This, most of Fremont Street downtown is on 5G ultra wide on Verizon. So no matter where you're going here, even if you're on a VPN, you're still getting a super wicked fast speed. Sunday mornings on Fremont. Yeah, look, all of the booths are closed. How's it going? This guy here is just sitting around waiting for all the people. Where are all the people at? I don't know. Where's everybody's? There ain't nobody down here. They told me it was good to perform in Fremont Street. Now I'm just sitting here waiting. It's cold. I should have stayed home. We got one guy making palm flowers over there. My goodness. And nothing's lit up either. Well, Circa's lit. Wisconsin's in the house. How you doing, Wisconsin? What the hell are you doing there at this time? Well, I said last night, I'm like, let's show you guys the dichotomy, the contrast, the stark contrast between nighttime on Fremont Street and daytime on Fremont Street. In the morning time, especially when all the party animals are gone, it's super easy to find yourself, places to park. Like last night, I had to drive to the 5th floor of the parking garage I was in, and today it was the same parking garage. 3rd floor has tons and tons of places to park at. So look at this. They have the Impossible Burger for all of you people that want to eat lots of soy and all those guys that don't care about their hormones. Impossible Burger. Oh, by the way, you probably shouldn't eat Impossible Burgers because they have tons of estrogen in it if you're a dude. And that's what I heard. It could be totally wrong, but not a good thing to do that to yourself. McDonald's line is probably long. Yeah, that's in the D Hotel. There's also one at the Plaza. Neither of those hotels particularly like streamers inside of them, so we're not going to venture in. I'm sure it is long. Man, it's a different world down here, though, isn't it? And the canopy takes on a different look when you get the sun bleeding through it, too, doesn't it? Totally wrong, Slowpoke says. I'm just telling you what I read in, I don't know, whatever it was, some health journal. I could be totally wrong. I'm not against being corrected. Y'all got to know this. Fine with me. Buffalo always looks that way lately. The freaks come out at night. Are you going to be the donut? Are you going to the donut bar? You know what's funny? I've never been to the donut bar. Ever. I don't know where it is. Why don't you guys tell me what street it's on? I'll go to it. Say hi to Matthew's best place in the world. He likes that place. Milwaukee is here. 47 outside. Well, guess what? It's 47 in Milwaukee and it's 45 in Las Vegas. I'm waiting to cross because I'm a Canadian and we follow the rules apparently. We'll be good in a minute. Ooh, when will the concerts return to Timo? I don't know. Right now we already know that you can do a concert with 25 or 23 or 2,600 people because that's what the Golden Knights are allowed. Isn't the Golden Gate the first casino in Vegas? No, it's the first telephone in Vegas. There's actually a plaque on the ground I meant to show you guys, but then I started talking to the Minister Mike down there, so I didn't get to show you guys the plaque. Oh yeah. You guys reminded me to put my mask on Fremont Street. That's something they never get to say it in the evening. They'll try. I'm wearing the mask right now while out dead. It's morning time. Carson and 6, good. Yeah, so we got the mask on here. VegasFaceMask.com, Blue Mosaic. And even though it's 45 degrees this morning, whoa, Donna Masadi, thank you so much. And even though it's 45 degrees right now, you notice I only have a little bit of fog. It's not really a problem with the fog and they stay on my face. So Blue Mosaic, VegasFaceMask.com. I might tighten it up a little bit. That works too. I've seen some people here with fog on their masks when it's 50 degrees. These are pretty good. You don't get a lot. So if you wear glasses like me, you know what that's all about. All right, Okerlund. Oh my God, Okerlund is in the house. I haven't seen him in ages. Nice to see you, my man. Oh, did I miss another chat? Oh my God, Okerlund. There's Okerlund. Thank you so much, my friend. For some reason, it's not parking the super chats at the top like it should be. And by the way, if you guys want to share this on your social media, it is definitely a ghost town this morning. And Scott, boom. Thank you. 124 South 6th Street. How come I'm getting all sorts of reports on the address? Let's see, 124 South 6th Street. It means it must be right near Fremont. Just a block or two on or off, it's on 6th Street. Okay. So this is a family-friendly... So you're telling me... So wait a minute. You're telling me that the Whiskey Liquor Up Saloon, Liquor Up, Whiskey, Lick Her Up, I'm just saying, it's an innuendo. It's family-friendly, but I gotta say, that food looks great. I've been off of bad food for about 2 weeks straight. I bought a Withings scale, so it can tell me I'm overweight. So that's what that is. Yeah. Amazon's treasure truck, kids. Check it out. You're gonna like it. Get good deals on there. Can't miss your live stream, D. Whoa, Greg. Thank Greg, guys. 494 times. Wow, it's so weird coming down here, dude. All right, so we have Ogden. It's the downtown Grand and the Mob Museum. Linda, what the heck? Oh, Linda is congratulating me on 47,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, Linda. Damn, that's nice. Look at this. Oh my gosh, they're moving in. Guys, thank Linda 526 times. Intel Wild is here. I'm so happy. I'm glad Intel's back. Look at this, guys. They're Zamboniing. We're using these like garbage Zambonis. And they're now just installing the metal detectors. They removed them at night so they can move this equipment in. $3 Heineken. Somebody asked last night, where can you get cheap beer? All right, it's the California and the Fremont. There you go. So now we know. Showing the love. Thank you so much. Oh man, look at how different it is. Okerlund, thank you for the 100% Okerlund. Whew, yeah, it's in the sun. Ooh, it's nice to be in the sun, isn't it? Sunny day, making the clouds away, but it's Vegas, so it's never really cloudy, except for a few days a year. Can the Oilers win the cup? Maybe, possibly. Probably not. There's a lot of really great teams, and if you're from Australia and you watch hockey, I salute you. The problem with, see look, the metal detectors, none of this is all set up. If you guys watch us, we'll get back to the hockey in just half a second. The thing is, look at these guys. Mop, 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 all day long. Mop, mop, mop. Well, I sing that song. Adam Sandler. So you can see the big equipment going in and out. You can also see the little cleaner, this thing here that is just basically sweeping up all the trash and debris from last night. And they do this way earlier than this. Way earlier, like this is just a thing that they're doing right now. So, all right, masks at 95. Get the heck out of here. The Wild are on a roll. Yeah. So the Oilers probably not going to do much to win the Stanley Cup. I want to see them do well. I don't honestly all the Canadians. Judith Cruz. Wow, I don't recognize you, Judith. Sorry if you've done that before. If you've shouted, there's a lot of people that chat, but thank you, Judith. I appreciate you. Yeah, the Oilers probably missing some pieces, but the Canadians, the problem with NHL this year is that the Canadians are just playing each other right now. So all you know is that there's Canadians that are really good playing other Canadian teams. You don't know how the Oilers would play the Golden Knights. You don't know how the Oilers would play the Colorado Avalanche. You don't know how the Oilers would be against any of these teams. And that's when the real gloves come off, when you got to play some of the best teams in the National Hockey League. You got to play teams like the Tampa Bay Lightning, and you got to play teams like the Colorado Avalanche and the Vegas Golden Knights. Play Toronto all day long, and that's not an indicator. Some teams don't play well against other teams. Some teams do. All right, so for whatever reason, they're doing some kind of construction over here. I've never seen it that dead on Fremont Street. Yeah, Matthew? It's just one of those things, man, where you come in super early. Let's take a look around here so you can see them setting up. Yep. walkway open, go this way. Big difference from 12 hours ago. It is, John. Yeah, if you weren't aware, I was out here 12 hours ago, and definitely not the same. We're gonna keep walking, and the good thing about, whoa, Robert H, thank you so much. Cool Oilers. I want to see all the Canadian teams do well, but I mean, realistically, I grew up watching the Calgary Flames and the Edmonton Oilers play each other, and you know, Vancouver seems to be struggling. They were great last year, but you know, they only play what, 50 some odd games this year, and they've already extended the season out. Look, they haven't cleaned up out here. This is kind of gross. I'm just going to show you so you can see this. This will be next for that big machine that scrubs all the streets down. You know, they've already extended the season. The NHL has already got games that have been postponed. They're going to be playing on the 9th and the 10th. So hockey is never going to end. This is the season that never ends. Just goes on and on, my friends. What is that? What is what? Thank you for going live so early. We in the UK can watch, Allison says. Look what I'm wearing, Allison. I got my... That's your guys' national football team, right? Or as we call it, soccer. Makes sense. If you guys are just tuning in and you're over across the pond or you're in the EU somewhere, my name is Steven. I'm not living in Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. Thanks for watching. How far will we be walking? All the way to Container Park? Sure. I want to see, because we can go down here safely at night now. I do Las Vegas blogs. I do Vegas live streams. I do Vegas short films. I finally started going through William the Busker, who happens to be from the United Kingdom, who happens to be over here. And he told me some stuff that'll chill your bones about what it's like to be a street performer in Las Vegas. And I'm trying really, really hard to get all that put together because it's a hard video to film, just to edit. So UK is in the house. If you guys are from the house, from the UK, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. We'll be YouTube friends, as the spam bots say. I was on Fremont Street on Wednesday, and it was an awesome time for my B-Day. The best into business. Well, we try our best. All right, so it is cold for us Las Vegans out here, you know, and some of you guys are honorary local Las Vegans on the channel memberships and on the Patreons, and thank you for the support on the Patreons and the channel memberships. And also our Facebook group called Not Leaving Las Vegas. I posted up a 4-minute video yesterday. Some people were like, you gotta have confidence. But I'm telling you guys, I'm trying to stay humbled, and I just don't, I go, wow, you guys will actually watch my videos, and it's just very weird, surreal. So this is technically Las Vegas Boulevard right here. So if you go that way, you find the strip. As you can see, the tall buildings, that's the Drew / Fountain Blue / whatever it's called, all the way down there. And of course we have the giant, huge Guinness right here. It's full of real Guinness. No, it's not. That's a lie. Hey, Steve, good morning. Amara A is here. And then we have some condo towers over here. These are just condos. So I remember coming down here, and I've said this in streams before, this relationship you and I have gets to be like a marriage where the spouse keeps telling you the same thing over and over again. Container Park's not open until 11 o'clock this morning, by the way. That's what the sign up there tells us. This is Fremont East. So I used to come down here, I used to work, and I used to do promotions and timeshare marketing. I wasn't the guy that tried to sell you a timeshare. I was the guy that tried to get you the tour. Oh my God, did anybody order a pizza? Robert Hard, thank you. That's a lot of pizza boxes. Like, I wonder what happened. So maybe somebody was like, because look, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20 pizza boxes out here. Did somebody order pizza for every homeless person last night? If they did, God bless them. But this area used to be really, really not nice. This area used to be super rough. And then the Zappos came in and fixed up the city hall. The old city hall. You can actually see D-Car. Thank you so much, D-Car. That is the Zappos head office right there. That building right there with the three little parking garages and the clear thing. So because of that, then all of this started to basically become like, hey, look at, how do I say this nicely? I don't know. Is there not a nice way to say it? This became, it's not a mean way to say it. This became cultural district, not cultural, but they call it gentrification, and that's a way to, oh, BKY guy is watching. He's one of my biggest subscribers. Like, his channel is huge. He's not safe for work, like most cases, BKY guy, but he's got a lot of subscribers. Thanks for watching, BKY guy. That is you, right? Because I think I recognize you. YouTube tells me I'm a big subs. But this area, look at all these stickers. This is the evil pie shop. This area became, I don't want to say labor 702. I love it. Yeah, so this area became really up, like artsy and really like gentrified. Gentrified is a terrible word, but it means that they kick out the businesses that didn't work in the past, or the low income businesses or the small businesses, and they get these kinds of high-end businesses in. You can see, look at Weird Al Yankovic. Weird Al Yankovic's on a sticker at Evil Pie. I don't get it, but some of these are from everywhere. Just craziness. There's also stickers over on Flamingo. If you go down to Flamingo, and right behind the Cromwell, there's the little hole in the wall bar, and they've been doing stickers for years. I don't know how does it all start with the stickers? Do they tell you to stick your sticker on the wall and then everybody else, they hope that you do it? It's a mob mentality thing. I don't get it. Is one sticker enough? Look, there's even more pizzas. Like, Jesus, maybe Evil Pie is just throwing their pizza boxes out front when nobody's looking. I hope that's not the case. That's not probably the case. I don't want Evil Pie to be mad at me. Maybe one day I want to eat there. You're the guy who told everybody we're throwing our trash. But look at how much garbage is on the street out here. They haven't gotten to clean this up yet. I imagine this will be cleaned up at some point. It better be cleaned up at some point. You should put stickers on there, Stephen. Yeah, I have some stickers that were sent to me, which was very nice. And they're really small. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. Pretty quiet. Oh, yeah, it'll be real quiet. Kevin Burgess is here, up from Canada, the land of ice and snow and politeness, kind of, sort of. Canadians know that's just a stereotype. You get yelled at a lot in traffic in Canada. If you do the wrong thing up there, you got to be cool in Canada, or else people are like, hey, what do you think you're doing? I'm going to try to stick this microphone back on me. Problem is, I've got that little dead cat on it, and it's not really on there very well. So hopefully you guys can't hear this too much. Let me, holding the gimbal with one hand. There it is. Now we're back. I don't want the audio to be like waxing and waning as I move it around. What's the weather like now? Warm? No. It's 45. It was 39 degrees when I woke up, which is pretty close to freezing temperatures. We're going to walk down here, exploring downtown Las Vegas. And because of the nature of it being daytime, we're a lot safer to go in some of these little side streets. I'll be there 2 weeks. My girlfriend and I are going to be looking at places to live. Cool, Michael. Henderson's nice, although it is more money per square foot than anywhere else in the city, except for maybe Summerlin. Like, as a general, if you look at Henderson as a city and Las Vegas as a city, Henderson is going to be more dollar per square foot for the same house. It doesn't matter. It's just like you buy the same house from the same builder. If it was a pre-made builder, that's what it's going to be. And I don't know why that is. I am out early, Vanilla Shake Girl. And if you guys are just joining us from maybe the United Kingdom or something like that, my name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. This is a Vegas live stream. We're walking down Fremont Street right now to check out what's happening. And we've been down here before, but it's always nighttime. I was here literally 12 hours ago. Steve, you just passed Zappos. I know, I was mentioning that. How much for the average house? I believe the median home price in Las Vegas is $350,000. These guys are cleaning up. Let's do this, Mike says. 43 in Buffalo, going up to 50. So it's actually only 2 degrees warmer in Las Vegas than Buffalo. Although we'll probably be in the 60s today. And it feels like the wind is dying down. And I want to make sure that you guys could hear me okay, so I brought this extra microphone. Just got the nice what, huh? Just got a nice promotion at work. Very nice, Mike. Happy day. Just bought a home in Red Rock Canyon. Wowza. Those are where the high-end homes are. I slowly melt into eternity. There's some cool murals down here too. And they're getting better and better. Like, I don't know if this was something that was actually, what do they call that, commissioned? These are obviously not commissioned. These are just tags. But, oh my God, Terry Calder. But Steven, are you leaving Las Vegas? No, I'm not going anywhere, Terry. Thank you so much, guys. Thank Terry 796 times. But I love this spray paint art, man. Look at that. So what I say is, I wonder if this one with Bugs right here was commissioned, because it's really good, and I don't know how long it takes to do something like this. Of course, we do have that other area that we've been to. We might check it out later on today, where we had some amazing art in the alleyway. So just walking around, seeing these areas that we don't see. Ronnie the limo driver. Oh my God, Jason. Staying at Aria in Skyvilla next week. I hope it's as nice as I heard. Are masks still required in casinos? Yes, they are still required in casinos. Yeah, you're gonna have masks in casinos no matter what you do. Not in your room, obviously, but on the casino floor, in the restaurants. What's the temperature? It's 45 degrees right now, Mike. In the restaurants, on the casino floor, when you're in the gift shops, when you're checking in, absolutely, you have to wear a mask everywhere you go in the casinos. The good news is, our cases are low. People around here working in the casinos feel protected because the casinos are being very vigilant on things. Even last time, yet, it was like I was standing next to you, coming to hang out on Father's Day. Clarence Young, happy Father's Day in advance, my friend. Starting to look way better in this area now, Crazy Canadian says. What was that gun spray residue? I demanded a forensics unit. I don't know. I wish I saw this part of town 1 week ago. My tour guide sucked. Yeah, somebody told me I should be doing tours. Maybe someday I can conduct tours in real life, although I do it on camera all the time. I gave her my heart and she left me for ... Well, what did she leave you for, bro? Well, I don't know what to tell you, but you got kind of a funky looking face, brother. Maybe that's the problem. Wow, look at all this. I never come down here, downtown to this area. They even have dedicated bike lanes on the street right here. Ooh, Ebola testing. Hey, where are you? We're downtown, just on the wings of Fremont Street. Hey, give me a feedback on the wind, because he's going the wrong way. Donut bar is the other way. Oh, I'll go back. If I'm on 6, I didn't even realize. Thanks for the reminder. And I love this. Look at this right here. What was this? What was this building? Like, was this a 1980s themed hotel? Club? Is this where they're going to film the next season of Stranger Things? Is there going to be a next season? I didn't watch Stranger Things as much as I should have, because I don't have time to watch television, really. God bless you if you do. I just don't. And look at this place over here. So Zappos, if you guys want to see it, it's the tallest building in this shot right now. Okay. Miami Vice. This is from like Grand Theft Auto's, what the hell was the one? Vice City. Here's Vice City right now. This whole entire block looks like Vice City, don't it? It plays some 1980s music. I ran so far away. Yeah. So here's the Bacardi Art Motel. The Bacardi Art Motel, currently closed, at least according to that giant chain link fence. We want to bet that there's some people that shouldn't be in there, hanging out in there, and that nobody cares about it. I don't imagine security. And then here's the other side. Man, see, this is like an actual blog in and of itself. I should stop giving away blog ideas. These are perfectly good blog ideas. All that's missing is a Colombian ski slope. So here we go. Now it's padlocked, but this place looks like, yeah, it's definitely funky. I don't, oh, come on. Will you stop focusing on the chain link, dude? You know what I want you to do, and I can't focus it because it's a YouTube app. All right, I am planning a trip to Las Vegas in September. Yeah, we're obviously locked up. Like, I bite my tongue. I don't think there is anybody in here. Although you think people might go in to have a secure place, but maybe not, because it's obviously very padlocked up. So if Donut Bar is down here, let's walk to the Donut Bar. Before you guys start asking me to buy donuts, we're not buying donuts. I had to stop all that. I worry about pre-diabetes and things that you worry about when you turn 40. Looks like a zombie filming location. It does. And some of this art here on the side of the building, though, epic. I mean, just the detail in this. This is very intentionally done. And is it painted? This is not like some kind of stick-on. There you go. Las Vegas is watching you. And it's got Fremont on the top. Yeah, I wonder what these places were. If anybody knows, let me know. Because it's real interesting to see it. That's for sure. Some of these hotels are closed. Some of them are open. This one in particular, not open. Costco, cheapest gas prices in town, I imagine so. Sky is it's not a big deal. Somebody says I should go to Donut Bar. This is on 7th Street. So like you just gave me an address on 6th Street, which means it's the next one up. So we'll have to check it out on the way back. But I'm on Ogden and I really shouldn't be on Ogden. So actually I can check it out right now. It'll help me get back to Fremont Street. Is a Gold Spike down here? Yeah, it's not too far from here. And Gold Spike is now an entertainment venue. You can actually see Gold Spike coming up here. It's that building right there with the little orangish on the roof. What's the big deal about Donut Bar? I don't know, man. It's a donut bar. When we were down in Scottsdale, there was a place that was so popular that they only had donuts, like they made them fresh every day, and they stopped making them. It's called Alien Donuts or something like that, and that's in Arizona, Scottsdale, Arizona. And people would, like, it was like 3, 4 in the afternoon, and we couldn't get them. I was like, okay, I don't know if Donut Bar is the same way. We're getting there. 19 more to 300. Wow, we almost have 300 likes. Let's like the video, guys. Let's push it up to 300 likes, 758 watching. Whew. Did I miss a super chat? Intel Wild. Nice way to wake up strolling downtown Las Vegas. Thank you so much. Oh my God, it's cold. Heavens to Murgatroyd. It's almost like it's late February. It's cold for me. You guys are going to complain because where you are, it's freezing. And I get it. I dig it. And that wind is just killing me. Hopefully it's not blasting you out too bad. So walking back towards Fremont Street right now. The donut shop's closed by 2. We don't have a lot of donut shops, like in quotation marks here. We have some. There's one called Ronald's Donuts. It's on Spring Mountain Road. They do vegan donuts. And you wouldn't even know the difference between a vegan donut and a regular one. Yeah, this wind is just very cold. I want to put my hoodie on right now. Woo! Yep. Super chill out here. Super chill. Sometimes in Vegas you see these. The city where I'm from, in Calgary, did something similar, but they used cattle. So these are sculptures. This is for St. Jude's Research. I'm sure you have these in your hometown, and you can see about, this is called An Affair of the Heart by Miguel Rodriguez. By the sculpture was Miguel Rodriguez and Joseph Watson. Look at that, Joseph Watson from IBM. Are you sure you're Canadian? It's I've been out in this temperature for too long, but these are very neat. Donut shop in Milton, Florida opens at 5 a.m. Did they name that after a guy named Milton? So Milton Berle? Milton Berle, Florida. Nobody remembers Milton Berle. Actually, my audience might remember Milton Berle. I'm really glad my audience is like, a lot of them are about my age, because I can send my old references and you guys will get them. Yeah, I'm sure I'm Canadian. I'm also sure that when you live here for nearly 20 years, you get used to this type of warm weather, and then things are just intolerable for a while. But it's okay. No homeless people today. I'm sure we can find some. Go to El Cortez, find Slat Lady. I will confess my love for her, and you will get 1,000 thumbs up. This video will probably get 1,000 thumbs up, but is she in there? Slat Lady lives there. You guys seem to think El Cortez is this building that's right here. So we're walking past the El Cortez currently. So you guys say it's on 6th Street. I don't know, man. It better be down here, because if it ain't, we're going on a wild goose chase. I don't like wild goose chases. So we have this place here, and I haven't noticed that this has an outdoor rooftop balcony, which is pretty darn cool. She's in an Airbnb. She's probably not even awake. Who's up at this hour? Well, I'm always up at this hour. I get up around 6 or 6:30 every single day. And city cleanup guy, I don't know. Maybe you'll run into Wonder Hussy. Yeah, there's lots of big YouTubers out there. Sometimes you run into them. This channel's not a big channel, it's just a channel. Guy on a Segway. Used to see Segways all the time. He's rolling down through the intersection right here. More murals downtown. Now this is the downtown. So this is the DT alley. Some people are asking me about this. You walk down here, the artwork is fan-frickin-tastic, okay? Beautiful artwork, and that's just off of Fremont Street. I still love Mr. Burns' vaccination station. It says it's open. Dan Cruz, you're the man, Steven. You could do cartwheels in the streets over there right now. Stark contrast. Definitely it is. So we're still looking. So where's Donut Bar? You guys tell me it's down here. I mean, I certainly hope it is down here. Otherwise, we're just doing this for nothing. Donut Bar isn't far, worth a short walk. Get the Homer donut. Yeah, I told you guys, don't be disappointed if I don't buy donuts. I'm walking around on live stream. We're trying to clean up our act at our household. It's a good place for you guys when you're tourists to come out here. Because when you're tourists, none of the calories count, as you guys probably know. There's some cool stuff over here. There's an old buildings that I haven't even noticed. This is the first time I've explored this area in the daytime. You know, sometimes you drive past here, but there's no way you're gonna see everything. We have sushi restaurants at the John E. Carson. Get out. John E. Carson, okay. That's hilarious. You gotta know, I wonder, you gotta wonder, is that a reference to Johnny Carson, you know, The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson? Now this building here used to be a post office, and then pre-pandemic, they ripped it all apart. And now it still appears like they're working on it. Let's see here. Thank you for the El Cortez, my stomping grounds. Main reason I tuned in. Oh, thank you, Jackie. Appreciate you. Lots of this land is basically empty. Who knows? I'm sure someday they'll build something spectacular here. Yesterday I got a Homer donut at a 7-Eleven. I remember back in the day, there is actually a city in Las Vegas. Jeez, man, it's early. There's a house in Henderson, not technically in Vegas, but people will tell you it's the Vegas house, where they actually turned it into a Simpsons home. And this was back, I believe, when the Simpsons movie came out. They rebranded a few 7-Elevens across the country as Quickie Marts. And at some point, somewhere in my photos archive, this is many, over a decade ago, there's a picture of me standing in front of a Quickie Mart in Henderson. We had to drive down to one, and they had Duff beer inside there. They had pink donuts. It was a Quickie Mart. It was pretty interesting. So I went the wrong way. I'm not even gonna find Donut Bar. You know what? That's a say hi to Matthew thing. I'm over it. Oh, there it is. Yep, so there it is. I have a very low tolerance for getting frustrated while I'm on my live stream. Yep, there it is. I see it now. Hello, everyone. Love the street lights. Was Boo working? I don't know. Abu, I see. Tim Hortons, enough said. Yeah. Now tell me why there's no Tim Hortons in Las Vegas. It makes zero sense. Tim Hortons would crush it out here. Well, of course, then the pandemic come when they would close down forever because there's no Canadian in town forever. But yeah, Tim Hortons would do really well. Now a lot of Canadians will tell you that Tim Hortons just ain't the same, and I've heard that. I haven't been at a Tim Hortons since 2004, so I couldn't tell you. But I know they used to have great coffee and donuts, and even though I haven't had caffeine in like 230 days, I remember back in the day, they're big. Tim Hortons is a Canadian donut place. Well, now it's not. Now it's like a little Starbucks clone, I've heard. If you love Tim Hortons, don't hate on me. But anyways, they used to have a commercial. Picture this, Canadian small town, like 12 o'clock midnight. They're dumping out the coffee to make fresh coffee because there's always that one guy coming through and they have to have fresh coffee. So they claim they dump out their coffee every 20 minutes. So are you guys waiting to go in or? No. Oh, okay. Sunday from 8 a.m. So we got Donut Bar here. This will be like, oh gee, another vlogger, that's cool. So this is our Say Hi to Matthew reference right here. So what do we got? $3, $5 for a donut. Well, I don't know what to tell you, but these are pretty epic. Wow. And we gotta go see Say Hi to Matthew. Hello. And so of course you have this here. Subscribe to me on YouTube and tag me on Instagram. There it is, everybody. I wonder if this is really the same height, because I met Matthew once for like half a minute. Hey Matthew, we're saying hi to you here in Las Vegas. And I did meet him for a minute there. But I don't know if he's that height. He was sitting at a table when I bombed the live stream, which was not very nice. Kids, don't bomb the live streams. If you're a YouTuber, ask if you're going to try to invade someone's live stream, because I didn't think of it then, but some people don't like it. And I apologized to him, and he was cool with it because he's a super nice guy. All right, here is Donut Bar. Miona, thank you so much, Miona. So where's the Homer? Is it this one? It's got to be this one. You knew it's this one. That's the pink one, and that thing is huge. Seriously, that's massive. How can I compare this to something? Let's compare it to this. Okay, take one home for Caroline. So let's compare this donut to this. Here's a dollar bill, and that's how big that thing is compared to a US $1 bill. Give you a size contrast. Creme brulee on my birthday. Wow. So you guys know that. Know what we do. We do not know what we do without you. So there you go. They got everything here. Nitro infused cold brew used to be my favorite thing ever when I drank caffeine. $5. It's a little bit better even than what's going on at Starbucks. But there's an extra door to leave. I gotta leave because this has been Donut Bar. And you can see they got lots of different write-ups. Eater is not a magazine, it's a website. And that's dating back, who knows how long ago that is. David Magazine, I've not even heard of it. And oh my God, fantastic. They have a fish tank with donuts in it. How do they stay fresh? Oh, come on now, they're plastic, but it's still a cool idea. That's actually pretty cool. All right, Donut All-Stars 2006 says, thank you, boss. All right, you guys, are you happy? Are you happy and you know it? Clap your hands. Give me a clap emoji. Coffee to Steve. I don't drink coffee. Is that dollar from your communion money? No, I bring dollar bills down here. A few weeks back, I didn't tip Michael Jackson impersonator, and everybody got really mad at me. So now I have them in my pocket at all times, so I can be pickpocketed. No. It's no way. Just be positive. So I can tip people. Look at these oversized mailboxes. What in the hell? Seriously? What the heck? That is huge. Now usually they're as big as the one on the side, but these are the big boys out here. USPS. If there's any USPS workers out there, you guys are the best. USPS is the best postal service probably on the planet. I'm sure you guys have your favorite wherever you're from, but the postal rates are really low. They tried their best during the pandemic, but for the record, for the last whatever 100 years, they've always been really great at what they do. So hats go off to the postal workers of America. Kept me going. Ola from Hawaii. Oh my gosh, we got 1,000 people watching. Hey, by the way, if you guys are just watching, thanks so much for watching. My name is Steve, and I'm not leaving Las Vegas. There might be some new people on the stream. If you guys are just watching from the UK or from the EU, because it's like the time zone works for you guys, we're doing a Las Vegas live stream in downtown Fremont Street today. It's a little bit windy, so I got my little sock on my camera here. Let's call this a dead cat. What a name, right? But anyways, you guys like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. If you guys want to support the channel, you need a mask, we do VegasFaceMask.com. These are handmade by my wife. 2 for $25, the only 2 you'll ever need. And you guys can also support in the form of sharing, liking, doing all that stuff. So here we are downtown. Now this is the strip right here, right? You go all the way down to the strip. You can see the stratosphere in the background. Again, as I told you, this used to be a United States Post Office, but it's not now. It's going to be an office mixed use kind of office space. There's a pawn shop right here called Easy Pawn, okay? So let's walk down to the world famous pawn shop. Do you guys want to go down to the world famous silver and gold pawn shop? Say yes in the chat if you do. If you guys want me to walk down to the world famous silver and gold pawn shop, say yes in the chat. If I hear enough yeses, we'll go. I need like 25 yeses. This pawn shop here though, across the way, is where you want to go if you actually want to buy something and not look at a pawn museum. I'm not saying you can't buy things over at the TV one, but you're not going to really get to buy the same type of stuff. Like people go there for the fame and to see the place. This is a real pawn shop with actual products inside. They have their window over there. It opens at 10 o'clock, 7 p.m. nightly. And this is where people actually go when they need money. So you get better products out of there. And they have designer shoes, handbags. They have video game consoles, computers, cell phones, jewelry, watches, cameras, camera gear, pretty much anything you could think of. What you don't want to do, look at these old hotels. What you don't want to do at a pawn shop is buy a computer, because as long as it turns on and they have the password, they will sell it to you, they will buy it from you, and then you're inheriting somebody's problems. Look at this old machine I just noticed. I don't know if there's anybody down here. This is like a little old hotel. Very clean down here. Look at this old machine. Oh my God. You can buy yourself a Pepsi Cola, or you can buy orange. Those are your two options. It's obviously broken. I think the product would have sat up here. This wouldn't have been the product you'd buy, but they'd put a can here to show you. So you'd have a can of Pepsi right there. This is how this used to work. Now it's a swipe card, right? To operate, lift cover, insert can, press down on cover. Oh, okay. So this would have actually cut your can. So this has a, oh, okay, look. There's actually a blade in there. You would have put your can in there and you would have pressed down and it would have opened your can up for you. Wow. Pepsi Cola Bottling Group. This was owned by Pepsi. Pepsi Cola Bottling Corp or Group. Vending fountain special events. Las Vegas, Nevada. No 702 area code, because this was before we needed to have area codes dialed. There was only one area code, so the telephones worked differently. And it was 50 cents for a can. Wow, this is really cool. This is fascinating to me. Probably boring as hell to you, but it's interesting to see that kind of stuff. When I go into the Pinball Hall of Fame, I'm like, oh, cool. All these old machines, and most people are like, yawn. Give me my Xbox, whatever it's called, Series X. Social commerce. These are all little stores, not stores, office fronts. So you can see like what we got. Trend Nation. These are like tech companies in here. So people that say unlock your marketing potential, people that say that Vegas is nothing but hotels and casino business, is like they don't come down, they don't go off the main street, they don't see what's happening down here. And so right now, if you're just joining us, Fremont Street is that away. We did cover it. We're gonna go back in a little while and see if it's picked up business, see if any of the vendors have opened up, but they were just cleaning everything. Well, right now we're walking down south on Las Vegas Boulevard. This is a government building right here. This is the Foley Federal Building. So when they do things that are on a federal level, they happen here. We're walking down right now to the world famous silver and gold Pawn Stars TV. On the left, you have the federal courthouse, Lloyd D. George Federal Courthouse, 3333 South Las Vegas Boulevard. Now, what's freaking crazy about this, let me show you something, okay? And I gotta be really careful here with my camera, because you're not really supposed to show this this is federal land. Like, if you go over this fence, you're stupid, you're going to jail. They're gonna interrogate you. There's a whole parking lot back here, and this parking lot was full during the summertime with nothing but police and riot gear. Okay, so there's the federal courthouse. This was chocked full of police and riot gear because they were doing, there was a riot in Vegas. I mean, that pawn shop across the street, this one here, it was closed for a week. The windows were smashed. Hundreds of thousands of dollars of product were looted and ransomed out of there because of all the jewelry. They had things like real Rolex watches and stuff like that. So, yeah. So we have a federal building, courthouse, and another one up here. And if you're, let's say you're a permanent resident or something, and you're gonna get yourself naturalized to become a US citizen, you're doing it at this building right here. Steve, would you suggest moving to Las Vegas? Miona says, well, I've done a few videos on that. Vegas is a great place, but if you're running away from problems, I'm not saying you are, Miona, but anybody, it's a terrible place because you're not gonna lose your problems. You're only gonna find some more. So, but if you have everything in check and in gear, it depends on the type of business. You can see people here are like skateboarding on this or something. See all the tracks. But if you have a good business, like let's say you're a professional, you know, there's a lot of lawyers do well out here. You'd have to, of course, get licensed with the state bar and what have you, but there's a lot of place and work for doctors out here. We don't have as bad a healthcare system as people think. What happens is, here's what happens with the healthcare. People think that we have a bad healthcare system because they hear somebody talk about their particular experience. So let's say you need like a liver specialist. We don't have a lot of liver specialists in Las Vegas. As a matter of fact, I know this because I was talking to a doctor that specializes that, and he said UMC, the University Medical Center, was paying money with the Southern Nevada Health Authority to get him to recruit people from California because there's just not a lot of those doctors. But if you're a doctor, you can do well out here. We have a lot of doctors that you wouldn't expect. Neurosurgeons, endocrinologists, OBGYNs. So highly paid, skilled professionals do well everywhere. And so since we have, there's our entrance, and since we have a low cost of living index over here, then I think you would do well to move out here. You can see everything from up here. Now Reno's another popular place to go. I'm not a fan of Reno. I don't hate it. I'm not telling you not to go there. You can explore your options. The weather is better in Las Vegas in general. Reno has more volatile weather. It's closer to the mountains in the north. And it's colder in the wintertime. Just as hot in the summer in a lot of ways. So this is the Las Vegas Grammar Day School. Across the street, it's a historic building. There's likely a plaque out there that says it's on the United States Historical Registry of Places. But there was a shooting down here a few years ago. Somebody went on a rampage, and it was very tragic. Brenda and Shane from Dublin, good afternoon. Thanks for the early live. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was years ago that shooting happened. But, you know, these are all just blips in the timeline of Sin City, you know? Yeah, you know, the architecture on this building is very much Americana federal building, isn't it? Like, you got some utilitarian looking blame. Oh yeah, am I not allowed to be up here? Oh no, I didn't see. The barricades are gone down there. I wouldn't have passed them, I promise you. There's a huge break. I'll leave right now. All right, they're kicking me out. Security's kicking me out. He thought I went over the barricades. And there's no barricades here either, just so you guys know. I wasn't trying to get in trouble, I promise. Jesus. Look at this, there's no barricade. Oh, that gets my blood pumping. My blood pump, I just said it gets my blood pumping. That's not what you think it means for all of you guys that enjoy that kind of stuff. Holy cow. Holy smokes. See, there's no gate here. So he thinks, look at this. Not only is there no gate, the gate is literally locked to this. Yeah, not only is there no gate, those federal armed officers that had guns that could literally put me in a federal prison. There's no gate, and the gate is chained. Talk about ridiculousness. I hope they come all the way down and they see that, because that's stupid. Oh my gosh. That's so stupid. Anyways, moving on. This is the old Supreme Court of Nevada, or is this the current Supreme Court of Nevada? Nevada Court of Appeals. They've been watching me the whole time. There's no way. Oh, we have barricades. Yeah, you have barricades. You locked them open. Oh, now I'm on a watch list. That's exactly what I wanted. Go clean the bath. I'm not going to be disrespectful to the security guards. Like, why is the point of that? But that's just ridiculous. This building here is finally finished. Oh, that deserves a few bucks. How's the nursing scene? Thinking about moving there. Nursing is big here, very big here. We got a lot of good nurses. This building here is just a building, I think. I don't know that this is a federal building or anything like that. But, you know, this building was a repurposed building. I have to point that out too. It was just a giant concrete hull for a long time. And then again, you have this pretty looking Supreme Court of Nevada, Nevada Federal Court of Appeals. Your face is being run in the system as we speak. I'm sure it is. That's funny. They chained the gate open and then said, you can't be up here, there's barricades. I don't know. Don't know. Those buildings always have security. Of course they do. But if they don't want people up there for risking your life, DR says, you're the man now, dog. This place here is for sale. It's been for sale forever. I really thought it was a condemned building, but look at how old this is. Now, what could you build here? What could your purpose be out here? Pretty cool stuff, actually, as far as I'm concerned. It's so old, and it looks like it used to be a bar or saloon. Was he a rent-a-cop? No, Linda. That guy was, the people that guard federal buildings are not rent-a-cops. Can't even see inside. There's a little break. No, they're federal officers that work for the United States government. So you don't want to mess with them. But then on the side of this broken down, decrepit building, you see they tried to do some kind of a mural. Are we free? I don't think this was officially sanctioned. But are we free? Isn't that the question? That was a British pub, it's being said by Ken Sheeler. So if you're just joining me, they're going to be looking at my face. That was weird. They told me there was barricades. You chained the barricade open with a combination lock. I'm Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. We're walking down south on Las Vegas Boulevard right now. Our main goal is to get to some historic buildings. We're going to look at the world famous silver and gold pawn shop. This is a Chase Bank across the street, but it used to be a Wells Fargo, and then Chase took it over. I guess it's like the restaurant game where you have the option, right? You say, well, it used to be a restaurant, let's put another restaurant there. It used to be a bank, just make it another bank. Look at this right out here. Somewhere around here, they're doing some major construction. Oh yeah, like, share, subscribe. What's funny is, you know how I'm telling you these are old buildings down here? And they certainly are old buildings. This one says asbestos only. So you only want to drop asbestos in this bin. And it's, I mean, it is covered. I don't know how well it's covered, so let's not breathe deep or anything like that. And all these big equipment down here. But yeah, they're doing some kind of construction in this area. I don't exactly know where it is. But when you have these big things, that's generally for water, I think, in the piping. So I think those giant things are for water, but I know that they installed those. It could be wrong. If you have any construction experts, let me know. Subscribe to the channel. Never a dull moment. There's animal control. Wow. That's the first time I've seen a truck that looks like that driving around the city. That's sad. Don't want to see that. We have lots of stray animals here. I was talking about starting some kind of 501c3 to try to help raise money for some of these things, and I was looking at animals because they can't help it. Animals are helpless, hapless, at the mercy of the humans. So this area right down here has gotten a lot nicer too. Last night I was talking about a dispensary on the strip. We'll see that in just a minute. So we have little Mongolian grills and stuff like that down here. Obviously their business has been hammered because there's not as many people walking around, because there's not as many people here. And you can see this little wedding chapel. Little wedding chapels right off the main strip. And you can see there's a person living back there. If you take a look there, they got their stuff in a cart. So I don't know if they have permission. Maybe they're watching over the building. It's a possibility. Face pop, brows and lash bar. Now, we buy anything of value, it says across the street. That's not the famous pawn shop, obviously. But then we have the Graceland Chapel. And here's the Graceland Chapel. I think this is Elvis with, is that Bon Jovi? I don't know my celebrities like you guys do. There you go. This place was actually on Fox News and Fox Business. It's a famous place. I think this may be on the U.S. Historical Registry of Places list. And world famous, the original world famous home of ceremonies with the king. Yep, John Bon Jovi married here. There it is. Government mandate, I'll guess, required to wear masks. So you get you the most important day of a bride's life, and we still have to wear masks inside of the chapel. Ain't that a kicker, huh? There's another one. There's a drive-in chapel down the strip further. Renew my vows there, Julie West says. Very cool. So here's our Canistars, Las Vegas. So there you go. You guys can, if you're downtown in Las Vegas and you want to imbibe in this kind of stuff. Now, I would like to know who did this, though. There is a strange artwork. I've seen this like this before. Protect yo he heart. And that's all around the sidewalks around downtown Las Vegas. And I don't know if that's any kind of deal where that was sanctioned by the Arts District. But there you have Canna Stars. Now, if you guys are a fan of the world famous pawn show, Pawn Stars, kamusta ka, Steven? Magandang umaga. Any plans to do another Sumlin vlog? Yeah, Frankie. Salamat po. We'll be there. This is Rogue Toys. Thank you guys. Thank Frankie 1,164 times. So this is Rogue Toys. This is where he says, I know a guy who knows about this stuff. That's Rogue Toys right across the street. And then there used to be other pawn shops around here that were smaller, willing to buy stuff. Some of them have closed down. But this is it right here. This is the Pawn Stars building. A lot of people are really into this show. I've watched it. I've binge watched it. I've watched a lot of this stuff back when I used to watch a lot of television. Good morning, Anthony Sherman. Thank you guys so much. And by the way, if you like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you guys could do something like that, that would be fantastic, because we're not going to stop doing videos. We do live streams. We're on a kick where we're going to go out early in the mornings on Sundays. So broadcasting from the Pawn Plaza, 99.7, The Vibe. Powered by lv.net, the most expensive DSL provider in the city. Selfie station. There you go. Take a picture with Chumley. And this is Rick's Pawn Plaza. So in addition to the pawn shop being here since the 1980s, by the way, have I ever gone in? Yeah, we went in back when the season 1 of the show was on. So in addition to the pawn shop being here from the 80s, and then the show being launched in the 2000s, and now it's a giant international hit, they've always had the window. The showroom is open from 10 until 5. This is a pawn window right here. Okay, so this door would open and you can do transactions through the door, get some bulletproof glass. This is bulletproof, okay? This isn't like the stupid crap at the grocery store that makes it so you can't hear each other. So we got the pawn hours, 5 p.m. to 10 a.m. So pawn windows open. So basically 10 to 10 if you want to pawn or do a transaction. So they do still pawn here, but you're gonna probably have a better experience shopping across the street. Face masks are to be worn at all times. 10 a.m. Right now it's, what, 9:20 something. So we're not going in. But yeah, it's huge. It's actually a lot bigger than I've seen in the past. You can see it right inside there. Love your walks around Vegas, fan from Tirana. Well, this guy, they even put it in Spanish down here. But we have Pawn Plaza. This is the addition I was talking about. This is like Container Park, kind of, sort of, a smaller version. Pawn Plaza has been, you know, a thing for a while. You can get married at the pawn shop. So, Reverend Polex, chapels at the pawn, services available, traditional weddings, themed weddings, LGBTQ weddings, helicopter weddings, vow renewals, Las Vegas friendship ceremonies, besties for life ceremony, brother from another mother ceremony, the I love you ceremony, friendship ceremonies for entertainment purposes only, not a legally binding contract. No kidding. And in other news, no doubt. I don't know who Reverend Polek is. I don't watch the show enough. So here's Pawn Plaza, and there's a radio station in here. Chumley's got a place in here. The old man, rest in peace. But it's not been the same with the pandemic in town. That's for sure, isn't it? So looking at deserted kind of ghost town Las Vegas right now. Congrats on 47,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. If I play my cards right, we might be at 50,000 in a month or so, which would be a happy day. Fun stuff. So yeah. What is Katrina? Bienvenido, welcome. I don't know how to say it in Mandarin. Oh my gosh, Benvinda. Surprised it doesn't say Mabuhay. Mabuhay doesn't really mean welcome. It means like good life, just so you guys know. I'm gonna put this camera down for half a second. Give you guys some opportunity for me to get a drink of water. Did he get the shoes from looting a store during the hurricane? What? What happened to Red, the bar nearby? I don't know. So many little places, as you guys see, I'm exploring them with you. Tacos, 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 yep. Hello, I need help, LF says. What's upstairs? Well, we'll see if we can go upstairs. Are there stairs to climb, or is it just mainly like an elevator? Oh, there are stairs. Derp. Yep, pay attention, Campbell. All right. So if you guys are just joining me, we're exploring the Pawn Plaza. Another place where a security guard will probably walk up to me and say there's barricades when there's not. We just got chased out of the federal courthouse building. Scary day, because the guys come out, they got their hands on their hips, like, you know, their holsters. Can I help you, sir? You lost? Not at all, officer. I'm just walking. Well, there's barricades. The barricades were chained open with combination locks. Anyways, so Chapel's at the pond. That's the place we just saw. And then we have Elite Motor Rentals. There's a dude up here. Not much of a view from up here, not gonna lie. But you do get to see the mountains in the distance. There you go. Well, some people told me I should be a little bit more dangerous. You know where I wanna go? I've never been over here before. You guys see that little building over there? That looks cool. You guys wanna go over there afterwards? You guys wanna cut across and go check that place out? Yeah, we can go there. Say yes in the chat if you guys wanna go see what the heck that is. But here we go up here. Top part's got Rick. Bottom part's got the old man on it. We got the restrooms up here. And these are literally just like, this place is very like interesting because I think they are just containers. I think they just use shipping containers. And visitor center. So this is a timeshare booth right here. Remember what I told you, when it says visitor center and it's got all the smaller shows on it, it's a timeshare location. Then there's a Rick's Barbecue, but this is actually Rollin' Smoke Barbecue, and Rollin' Smoke Barbecue is actually a local place. Now there's Rick's Rollin' Smoke, and then there's Rollin' Smoke Barbecue. This is kind of weird and out of place, so get back to Rollin' Smoke. This is an old thing for washing and drying your clothes, and how it worked was you'd put your garment in, you'd feed it in there, and then you would turn the crank, and through these gears right here, you can see it moving. I don't want to do it too much, I might break it. Through these gears right here, it would suck your clothes in and it would wring them out. And that's how it would work. But it's very out of place up here. You can actually smell the barbecue because they're slow cooking. There's two places. There's Rollin' Smoke Barbecue, which is on the west side of town. And then there's Rick's Rollin' Smoke, where what they did was Rick lent his namesake to it. But it smells like barbecue up here. It smells really good, by the way, even at 9 in the morning. So Rick lent his name to it, and it's really not like he didn't start a barbecue place. It's an existing Las Vegas location. So I didn't see if we had any yeses. You should look for scorpion with black light at night. No thanks, I find them in my house, and I don't like them. I got stung by a scorpion last year in my kitchen, and now I walk around with chanelas or slippers or thongs or tongs or whatever they're called. I walk around with flip-flops all the time in my house. Because even though we have a clean house, these scorpions, man, don't like them. So we're going to cut across right here and see what's over here. A lot of little tiny places. I think these are mostly law offices, and there's some bail bonds companies over here. Smaller little buildings that are probably close to 70, 80 years old, walking around. Now we're going to cut across. I don't want to go over here because there's some homeless folks that I don't want to disturb. So we're just going to hop the fence, he says. I'm going to walk through the fence. How's that? Does that work for me? And this box, they might own this property too, because this box right here says, well, I don't know. This is 2 Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, 317 South Las Vegas Boulevard, 89101. Well, at least people around here drive some nice cars with the Porsche Boxster. Wash your car, bro. Come on. It's $8 at least. How do you cure scorpion stings? Well, I called poison control because I didn't know what kind of scorpion bit me or stung me. I stepped on it, and the ball, you know, the arch of your foot, and it just stung me. You don't. You just wait and hope that they're not going to really hurt you. Oh, this is nothing. I thought these were historical buildings, and they're pretty cool looking, but we're in downtown Las Vegas. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? And I thought these were realtor signs. They're totally not. What'd I tell you? They're not realtor signs. You got the law offices of G Revolutionary Law. Oh, look at this. Real grass. You don't get real grass often here, kids. Most of the places have gotten rid of it. Revolutionary Law. These are not realtor for sale signs. And then you have law offices of Jeffrey Ian Shaner Esquire. 22 Group, Property Management. The law firm, the Ramos Law Firm. See, I thought it was historic because of that plaque. It's not. It's just a cool plaque. And then you have Jeffrey Gastelum Law. Like, how do you even compete if you needed a lawyer? What do? You walk down the street and you just go, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a lawyer by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. I hope not to be guilty with you. Maybe there's nobody in this building because there's no sign hanging down. Run through the sprinklers. So the sprinklers don't water on Sundays. because that's against the law. And if they know you're doing it, they know exactly what you're doing it. One time my boss at work got a call from the Southern Nevada Water Authority, and they said, we've detected a leak at your property, and you've used exactly this many gallons of water on these days, but then you had a spike to this many gallons of water on that day. So they said, we think that you need to look for the leak, or else we're going to fine you next month. So half-price lawyers. Yeah. Exploring downtown Las Vegas if you're just joining me on the chats. This is right off the main drag, right off of Las Vegas Boulevard. We have lots of old buildings, lots of little buildings. Still smells like barbecue from Pond Plaza with Rick's Rollin' Smoke. And we had Rollin' Smoke barbecue at the office just the other day. Very good stuff. Good company, does good catering. So we're walking back to the main drag right now. Now, this is a good stream, Rip Gambler says. Is it your first time in the stream? Say yes if it's the first time, and if it's yes, then my name is Steve and I'm not leaving Las Vegas. If you're watching me from the UK, I'm doing my Britain UK hat here. I'll shout you out if it's the first time. You guys are here. Steve, any snake attack stories on the strip? No. Yes, Johnny Loeb says. Let's see here. Shoutouts from San Diego. Rico Suave says yes. Debbie Cresap says yes. Carol Lucky 17 says yes. You can't just haul water from the snowy mountains. No, that's not how it works. First time new subscriber T-Shep says. Neil S says yes. Gambling Granny says yes. Very cool. Thank you, Gambling Granny, for being here. I heard about you from my friend Steve D the other day. Olympic Garden's still near. It's not open, hasn't been open for years. Tungsten says yes. Nancy McKay Russell says yes. Paul and Sharon here from the UK. Paul, the trucker's here. Richard Taylor says yes. Max says yes from Boise, Idaho. Yay from Yuma. Thank you for being here. Viewer in many years. Thank you so much, Richard. Okerlund says, how you getting home? Oh, I parked. I'm going to make my way back, and we're going to get back to where we have to be. This is not Britain. Well, sorry, Phil. My bad. I don't want to be ignorant. It's England. You're right. You to Idaho, you the you-know-what. PIM blank. Isn't the Thunderbird nearby? I'm thinking the Thunderbird, that's the old one that used to be where the Fountain Blue or the Drew is. Hello from Idaho. Love a quiet daytime walk. First time in Alberta, Canada, Mark Reed says. Cool, I'm from Alberta. I'm from Calgary. Mississauga, Ontario is here. The 6th, the Greater Toronto Area. So thanks for being here. If you guys are here for the first time, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by April 1st. That'd be a nice gift for the wife. It's her birthday in April. What street are you on? Sorry, I just signed on. We're on Las Vegas Boulevard South. We're on Las Vegas Boulevard right now at Hoover. This is a brand new wedding chapel that got built during the pandemic shutdown. Net in Alberta, Canada is in the house. Illinois, Abby is here. What is the tower head? That's the Stratosphere Tower. Oh no, Caroline's birthday is in April. I'm just setting that goal. It's not April 1st, but good on you for being on April 1st. We're on Hoover in Las Vegas. So this is a brand new wedding chapel called Bliss Wedding Chapel. Again, just built brand new during the shutdown, the pandemic that we've gone through. And we're gonna loop our way back right now. So we have this one now. I imagine this is a parking garage on the first few levels, but it looks ugly. This like 1950s kind of style. I don't know if it's Art Deco. I don't know what it is, but it's not my style. And as you drive north on Las Vegas, you just see this monolithic building sticking out over everything. And you're just like, oh man, it's just, what a wasted space. Then you realize, Manila, I got Manila here. Kumusta, Steve? Manila Philly phones. Well, nice to see you in Manila. I've been to Manila a few times. My extent was just Naya, the airport. Looking across the street at Resorts World, across the tarmac in the Philippines. Now we're gonna have a Resorts World in Vegas this year. Funny how that works. Of course, Genting, I never say it right. That is a Malaysian company, so it makes sense there in the Philippine market. Philippines tried to get into gaming big time a few years ago. Built a big district for gambling out in Manila. Trying to capture some of that bottled lightning that they have down in Macau, China, I suppose. Smart to do. We're walking back towards downtown. Downtown is that away. Good morning, Steve. Hello, everyone. I've been to Olongapo, Philippines. Really? Toronto is in the house. Thanks for being on the stream today. If you guys want to support the stream, you can like, share, subscribe. If that's all you can do, that would be great. Share this on your social media right now. 1,226 people share this on social. We'd probably boost it up to 2,500, if not 2,000. That would be great, okay? Love you wear the hat I sent you. Yes, Leanne, of course. I love it. You have to pay for street parking. You do. You can pay to be in these lots. Now, these lots are numbered. I always pick the same number. It's a hockey player from back in the day, so I don't forget. But, well, if this works, press the screen lights up. You would say start. And apparently you can donate to the machine, enter your space number. Let's choose number 44. So we get to choose 44, next. Verifying space status. It knows if there's a car there because it's weighed. Space is verified. How many days do you want to park? Or how long? I'm going to park for 2 hours. $2 for the first hour, 1 hour per after there. $5, you can park until 8 a.m. tomorrow. Best value in all of downtown Las Vegas. And you can actually download an app on your phone and bypass this machine entirely. So if you find yourself running late, you just use the phone, and then you can extend your time out if you want. So 2 hours would be $3 to park. Now I'm at a different parking garage that's charging me about $4 an hour. So when I do these streams, they're always 2 hours plus in and out. So I pay essentially $12 every time that I stream. So, but if I parked on the street level, then sure, I'd have less expenses, but then I'd have to park on the street level, and I am not into parking on the street level during the nighttime. It's just not a good idea. You know, you'd rather park somewhere where you're in a parking garage, it's private. People can't just wander inside. So you do what you gotta do. RV downtown, I don't know that there's anywhere to park an RV downtown. And probably your best bet is Main Street Station. They have a giant parking lot. Chicago Joe's, okay. This is the place me and the wife are gonna have to come, if they're even open. Hope I can meet you next year. Oh, greets from Germany, thank you so much. Yeah, so this place looks pretty amazing, but there's a bunch of signs on the door, but I wanna go here with the wife because this looks fan-freaking-tastic. Closed for lunches. We'll be back when the workers come back. Holy cow. Wow, that is a telling message right there. Maximum occupancy 21. Nice little mom and pop Italian restaurant. I really want to support this place. This is how old this building is. They do have the old school mail slot. I didn't steal their mail. Make a note of it. Everything I do is on camera, officer. I didn't come onto your federal courthouse on purpose, officer. Invited me in by opening the gate and chaining it open permanently. I will never get over that. So that'll be a thing that I talk about for a very long time, okay? That was, if you're just watching us, I was over at the federal courthouse and security guards, 2 armed guards came out and asked me if they could help me. And I said, am I not supposed to be? I was very respectful. And they said, there's barricades. And I said, the barricades are open. And then when I walked down, not only were the barricades on the other side open, thank you so, wow, Scooter Nader, thank you so much for paying for parking today. What I said, here's another wedding chapel. What I found out was they didn't just open the gates. They opened the gates and then used combination locks and chains to make sure they were open. I couldn't close the gate behind me because they were chained open. Good thing you recorded the locked gate. I did that on purpose. Everything I say can and will be used against me in a court of law, although I'm sure it never comes to that. So here's some more office space. So we do have offices down in downtown Las Vegas. We're on Gas and 4th Street right now. Gas and 4th Street. Thank you, Scooter Nader. That's super nice of you. And these look like they're condo type places. They're not. They're just open lofts. Phoenix, thank you for the downtown tour. Not Phoenix. Why did I say Phoenix? Phoenix. Thank you so much. Super nice of you, my man. I really appreciate it. I was in Las Vegas 2 weeks ago, and Fremont Street was lit. You meant to say we visit the Grand Canyon too, but Vegas is only open 35%. Yep, it's true. You're good. The security guards are usually fine. Yeah, they don't want to do anything. They have to make a note of things because that's what they do. because they had to come out. I worked in the hotels for a while in Lake Tahoe, and I talked to the guards, and we'd find out that when something happened that required them to do something, they'd have to do a report, and they have to do a certain amount of work anyways, or else they ask why you're not working. There's another closed place for the parking. It looks like it's actually shut permanently. I wonder if they have any tenants. There's a car back here. This one's locked up as well, you guys can see. But for all the trash in the back here, makes me believe that it's possible. I can't focus because the fence is in the way. There's a bunch of trash in the back. Maybe they're doing renovations out here. Somebody's been living down here, which is a shame, but you gotta get a place out of the wind. Oh no, it's open on this side. See what I don't know? Fill a warehouse, jumping to conclusions and assuming things. I broke the third agreement. Never assume. So these are again more attorneys' offices down here. So yeah, we're at 35% capacity in all of Nevada right now. Our next landmark, oh my gosh, 10 British pounds, Stephen Brennan, thank you so much. I'm gonna tell you about our next landmark. There's another pay for parking stations. Thank you so much, James B. Holy cow, you guys are super nice to me today. I'm gonna take a water though, water break. Sláinte. Stephen, have a good day. Time to grab some dinner here in Denmark. Really nice live stream. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. By the way, DLVTT, he did order masks and we did send them overseas. VegasFaceMask.com. It's called Blue Mosaic. It's on the website. Oh my God, Allison Hopkins, have loved the stream. Can't wait till you can come over. So if you guys thank Allison, thank you so much. If you guys want to order the masks, we have over 70 different types. They're nice, they're lightweight, they're double-walled cotton. They work real well, and we ship for free in the United States. Small shipping fee to get them overseas. You get them in 7 to 10 days. I don't have to wear mine right now because there's nobody near me, which is good. Yes, they are fantastic, he says. Say it like Arnold. You're fantastic. Okay, we did a lot of Arnold last night. We're not gonna do a lot of that goofy stuff today. So buildings for sale. Vegas is weird. Brian, thank you so much, Brian. Love the downtown tour of areas I've never seen. Rock those Vegas VGN, Vegas Golden Knights, and Marvel masks last week playing poker at the Aria. Coolio, thank you so much, guys. Thank you guys so much. 1,193 thank yous. So Vegas is weird because you have buildings like this, obviously just kind of nondescript and blah. Then you have these old red brick style buildings that you might see in the Midwest, Chicago, New York City. Is Las Vegas hosting conference tourneys? Not that I've heard of. We were supposed to have the entire Pac-12 basketball tournament this year, but I've not heard anything about that. Germany's here. Good morning, Vegas, my vacation town. Good morning, Stephen. Thank you for the impressions and keep up the good work. Thank you, Vegas 2008. But yeah, you have some burned out old buildings too, like this place over here across the street. Nobody's occupying it. It's just kind of broken down. But everything can be renewed. This is a brand new building. When I say brand new, I'm referring to the last 10 or 15 years or so, because a lot of this was just open lot space or broken down decrepit stuff. And you can see this is these are apartments. You can hear the dogs. Dogs. You like dogs, Tommy? Dogs. Oh, dags. You like dags, Tommy? He says. This is of course from Snatch. You like dogs, Tommy? Oh, dogs. I like dogs. We got lots of dogs down here. People walking their dogs. And you got UNLV School of Architecture we just passed. We have incredible live work loft spaces for sale. Favorite downtown restaurant? Oh man, I don't eat downtown. Ever. I've never eaten downtown. So we're gonna have to start doing that so I can make some answers to those. Relentless Warrior Fit. So this looks like a fitness studio that totally aped the design and the colors of the Vegas Golden Knights. So, is it a fitness studio? Relentless Warrior Fit? I would imagine so. And then we have Green Proteins. Some of these places are really popular with the locals around here. That's how they stay in business. But these guys have 5 locations all across the valley, which is good. Pac-12 still lists their turning March 10 to 13th, but things do change. See, because you're not hearing about it in the news, and you'd figure that if you're hearing about it, you'd hear about it in the news a little bit if anything was going to happen. So try to figure out which way we're going to go. We're gonna go this way. No, we're gonna go that way. We're gonna see some of these local businesses down here. Give them some love on the channel. Maybe you guys want to support these places while you guys come down. So that'd be good. What do we got here? I missed one. HHD 6847. Thank you so much. And Steve Brennan said, have a great day. So if they're going to do the Pac-12 here, there may be fans in attendance. There may not be. That's an NCAA call. Of course, this is the Jewel office tower, condo tower, loft tower. But of course, we've had the Golden Knights get approved for either 23 or 2,600 fans at the games. Winterpeg is in the house. Is that a city worker? No, he worked in this building at some place. So we have corner store, kind of trendy corner store, if you know what I mean. Downtown corner store, not open right now. When are these guys? Oh, they're not open Sundays at all. Yep, so they're not open Sundays at all. They might live here though because they have a person on premises. And then we have some little restaurants. This is called Classic Jewel over here. It says they have a classic menu. And then they have Le Fa Vietnamese kitchen and bar. So they have pizzas out here. Is this place open Sunday? They're open in the evenings, 4 p.m. No one under 21 allowed. Pepperoni pizzas, all these kinds of bar foods down here. No prices, but I guess that's why you go in to see what they're actually worth on the menu. I like when they put menu prices. Oh, it looks like Le Fa is not open. Looks like they're available space. That's a bummer. Huh. But they were a Zagat selection. So it's a shame that they're not actually open right now. Oh well. It happens, folks, it happens. This is an old wedding chapel, very marketable. Uses the Vegas sign. Anybody can use the Vegas sign. Anybody can. It's actually not trademarked. It's not copywritten. Although to find the font is very difficult. And every time you see a Vegas sign recreation like this, you'll notice that the fonts just don't look quite right. That's because you can get the bottom font, but the one that says Fabulous, you can't find that font anywhere. It doesn't exist as a font face. I'm sure somebody might have recreated it. And yet, if they recreated it, they're probably selling it. And they named it as a different creation because there's really no font. This is the Criminal Justice Center. This is the place you don't want to end up when you're in Las Vegas. Don't end up there. And you got the wedding chapel on the side here with all their limos parked all around. What are these? Walk-up wedding chapel. You do your walk-up weddings right here. What are these? Oh, okay. I'm not sure what this is. Joe and Brandy. Brinker, locked in forever. Oh, I see what they're doing. They engraved these for you guys. So you can get an engraved lock and put it up here. Wow. Maybe that's what the one down at the container park is all about too. Walk-up weddings. Go figure. I knew that I've heard of that, but now we know where it happens. Regional Justice Center. What did I just call it? Something different. And we got some homeless folks out here, which is a shame. So if you're going to go to jail in Vegas, bail bonds right across the street, by the way. So if you're going to go to jail in Vegas, this is the place where you end up at first. So this is the first place you go. Maybe you'd be in jail for a couple of days or a week for doing something ridiculous and stupid. Of course, we have all of the different law firms across the street. These are all criminal and personal injuries. Big, huge business in Vegas. Bail bonds, people down here. Then if you're going to get moved around the system, you'll start your journey. You might go to the county prison, county jail. And then you go through your trial and all that, and you end up eventually in the state penitentiary if you do a stupid thing. Now, if you're going to get married in Vegas, the Vegas Marriage Commission of Las Vegas, Vegas weddings, photo viewings. So this is where you would actually go to get your marriage license inside here. That's where you go to present your documents, I guess. Maybe my wife and I got married here. It's been a while. But I do remember coming down. I know it's been official for a while. Well, that's not it. I lied to you. This is not the building. This is just smart marketing to make it look like that is. Gotta be. Bad boys, bad boys. Yeah, that show is canceled. We're not allowed to have cops on TV anymore, which means that actually Pawn Stars is now the highest rated reality television show. Cops was, and then Cops got canceled last year. I'll let you guys discuss your opinions on that in the chat. It's not my place to give those social commentaries. So, Clark Place kind of looks like the Nakamoto Tower or whatever it was from Die Hard from the front, don't it? And these are just office buildings. We have these, in background from in Calgary, they call this a plus 15. Tons of them, not a lot out here, but that connects like parking garages. And back around from, they connect all the buildings because it's so cold all the time. You can see the new City Hall right over there on the other side. And this is the Regional Justice Center. Again, don't end up here. There's an actual full-on prison in here. Hans Gruber. Hans Gruber, yes, played by, what's his name? Oh gosh, I can't remember who played Hans. Help me out here. He was also in Harry Potter. Bruce Willis is in the car park, Nakatomi Tower. Car park? You're probably not in America if you say car park. There's another city parking garage right here. So we're getting back towards Fremont Street. We'll do another tour down there as we go back. Tons and tons of homeless out here. I'm actually never seen this before. I don't know if this is a Sunday thing or if this is an everyday thing, but they're literally just living down here. Where's the Pawn Stars shop from when you are? It's literally 1 block over from where we are. We just walked past it a little while ago. Hopefully you stay live with us, but on the replay we did pass it. We poked our camera in to show you guys what it's all about. Wow, I never noticed how many homeless folks were down here. Alan Rickman, thank you so much. Alan Rickman, best Family Guy joke ever. Alan Rickman's answering machine. So we're getting back to Fremont Street. You can see if we just walk straight, we'll be there. Mike asked if I'm a fan of Mystery Science Theater. Never watched it. It was apparently a great show. A lot of people loved it. I just never got into the craze. So we're continuing down. It's surprising how many homeless folks are out here on a Sunday morning. It's almost 11 o'clock right now in downtown Las Vegas as we walk towards Fremont Street. We did a tour of the lesser known areas. Hopefully the wind wasn't too bad. I wore a dead cat on a lavalier mic to make it better for you guys. So that's the actual prison in the back right there. That's the detention center. This is the courts, Regional Justice Center. Or if you're in Canada, it's Centra. Canadians and Brits spell center C-E-N-T-R-E. We bucked the trend over here. We said, we reject your language and make it our own. You could call it Americanized English if you wanted to. Let's continue to walk as we get a little further down towards the actual prison. Once again, you don't want to end up there. Do they charge resort fees at the prison? No, usually you get a lot more to bargain with, to pay for. We have an entire encampments over here. Look at this. There's entire box structures built behind the trash cans. Looks like they've been there for a while. So this is a new thing because I've been down here. I've driven down here. So this must be fairly recent. Never noticed how many folks are down here. And then we have some small businesses across the street that I'm sure are concerned with what's happening across the street. Not because homeless people are violent or dangerous. I'm going to explain this to you, and people get down on me for saying this. But because these folks, they want to cater to tourists and locals that may not understand the situation. It's a very complex one in Las Vegas. I covered it on the channel a couple of weeks ago. I did a video on that. I thought the video would do better, but you guys weren't that interested, which is totally fine. Now, when you get down here, there's dedicated bus routes. Or routes. And you can see those in the middle of the street right there. So then somebody says, well, they're homeless, they don't have anywhere to go to regardless of the day of the week. Not really the point. Well, I understand what you're saying. What I'm saying is they've never been here. I've never seen them here. They're always been here. And most cities try to sweep them into the side streets, which is a shame. But I've just never seen them there before. No more wedding chapels. More wedding chapels. The jail is in front of me to the left. Yeah, so here we go. The most old school 70s building, and there it is. those tiny little windows that you couldn't even see out of because they're all frosted glass. Just enough to let a little beacon of light into an otherwise glum and depressing stay in downtown's Las Vegas detention, the Clark County Detention Center. Hello from the UK. Where in the UK? My name's Steven, by the way. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. Like, share, subscribe. We're going up to a very historic building right now. This historic building is, I think, on the Registry of Historic Places. It can never be torn down. It's St. Joan of Arc office and rectory. The rectory. If you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you guys want to support the channel, we have Patreon, we have channel memberships. You guys can do Patreon annually and save money. And we have VegasFaceMask.com. My wife makes them, and they don't fall down. They don't really fog up your glasses too bad. Every mask in the cold weather will. It's just the way it works, but ours are the best. And they ship anywhere in the United States for free, 2 for $25. Hey, sir, can I walk back there real fast and show people how cool it is? Thank you. So look at this back here. He gave me the OK symbol. 1225 on a Sunday AM. I know, I'm as surprised as you are. This is really nice. We're going to talk a little quiet here. Wow, I've never been back here. Evan's mom, Steve, we appreciate you. Thank you for this morning walk. Thank you, Evan's mom. This is cool. These are real flowers. Look at this. These are real flowers back here that they've cut and put back here. I'm not going to touch it. That would be very disrespectful. But these are actually sitting in water. And I've never been back here. Oh, this is a type of succulent. My wife likes these. I think these are called monkey's tail or something like that. And they grow. And is it a succulent? It might not be, but they'll grow like that forever and a half. They're like weeds. But it's really beautiful back here, isn't it? It's gorgeous. I wonder what this place looks like inside, although we're not going to be able to go inside. I don't want to disrupt people's mornings. But I've never been back here. This is downtown Las Vegas, everybody. You would not think about it, would you? And we have, I don't know enough about religion. I don't know if this is Mary. Thank you, Evan's mom, by the way. You can tell me. Poinsettias, being that they will grow. They're cold weather plants. And little fountains and stuff like that back here. It's just a chill place. You could just literally just sit down and just take a load off, Sally, as they say. Look at that. Fire hazard. I mean, you can see the age of Las Vegas when you look at these back here, and you know this is a 116-year-old city. I mean, it's been here before 116 years old, but yeah, you can see some of the old power junctions and cables. But yeah, this is a really neat little garden right off of the main drag. And when you come out here, you'll see these rocks. These are not real rocks. These are covering up things like water junction boxes, gas lines. But this is the old church back here. Impeccable, beautiful, clean, very surreal. This is not an entry. You must check in at the front entrance, but that would be the main exit to the church back there. Wow. And I think this back here, this is the rectory. So you can see back here, there's even more stuff going on in the back. It's very well manicured. Nice to see grass. Mary is never lost. We're the ones who choose to create our he. Very nice. Is Caroline watching? Somebody mentioned Sweet Caroline. I didn't see. Oh, there she is. There she is. Hello, wife. How are you today? Believe it or not, wife, we got 1,200 people watching us right now. So this is a famous, it's not famous, it's historic. Historic St. Joan of Arc, Roman Catholic Church, Society of Christ Fathers, Holy Mass schedule. So they do Saturday vigil at 5, Sundays at 8, 9:15, 10:30, 12:30. They do Latin and English Mass out here. So they have all the schedule there. And let's see, we got some plaques on here. I'll show you how old this building is. Thank you for that. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to go in. Oh, no, I'm respectful. You're good. Well, it's, yeah, plus there's people doing something solemn in there, you know, that's how that is. The beauty, no, for sure. So donated in loving memory, Helen A. O'Malley, 1929. Yeah, that's the good one down there. Thank you. Wow, there's Joan of Arc. Wow. Pastors from 1908. So we got 1908. Whoa, and it seems like they last 5-6 years, 4, 5, 6 years in most cases. We've had Timothy Clark, he's the first, he's the last. But it stops at 2008. So St. Joan of Arc, organized on October 4th, 1908. So this building is 1908 to 2018. That's 110 years. 113 years. St. Joan of Arc is the oldest Catholic parish in Vegas. The first church, known as Cottage Chapel, was dedicated in 1910 and rebuilt at least twice before the present structure was erected, a memorial to the heroism of its patron saint and reminder of the religious and cultural heritage. There's the call to Mass, and Catholics, it's not call to Mass, or is that the time? Oh, it's just not, it's 11 o'clock, everybody. This mother church is in the city of Las Vegas, has been declared a National Catholic Historic Site in its 575th anniversary year of the birth of St. Joan of Arc. 1987, the International Order of the Alhambra. Wow, Alhambra is a place in California too. There's our 11 o'clock call. So cool. I just love this kind of stuff. You don't think you're gonna see it, and then it smacks you in the face, like old Cramden would say, bam, right in the kisser, huh? And you got people here. There's people inside right now doing their thing. We have the Golden Nugget on the other side of us. The Golden Nugget was the last hotel tower built in Las Vegas before the Circa came in. And then on the right-hand side, we have the downtown Las Vegas Event Center, which is owned by Derek Stevens, the D, and you can see the Circa in the background right there. So, 736 likes. Can we get that to 900 likes? Is that too much to ask? Hopefully it's not. The Golden Nugget has several entrances. The main entrance to the Nugget is right over here. Great stream time for us in the UK. That's what I thought. And Caroline has been trying to edge me to do early streams, and I told her it wouldn't work, and I was very wrong. And she was very right, just like when she told me to change my channel name. Now what we're gonna do is, I was called Hey Look It's Vegas at first, terrible name. We're gonna walk this way because I wouldn't go this way in most cases. There's a bunch of homeless folks and it gets dicey at night. We're gonna go past the old Greyhound station. The old Greyhound station is closed. It got decommissioned and closed. The plaza is taking it over. And as I say, dedicated bus lanes out here. So don't even try to drive down here if you're not familiar. I imagine it's very challenging for people from the UK and from other countries, where not only are you driving on the opposite side of the street, but you have all sorts of different traffic rules. And there was a fire here. What the hell? Yeah, palm trees don't burn, by the way. Like, they don't burn like regular trees, they're very dense wood. But this one here went all the way up the tree. What? I wonder how that happened. Never heard about that in the news. You don't hear about stuff like that in the news. It gets swept underneath the carpet really, really fast. We've got 800 likes. I'd like to get to 1,000 likes. That's my real goal. If I get to 1,000 likes, I'll pretend to do backflips while I'm holding my gimbal, because I can't do backflips because I have bad joints, because I did sports and stuff. But anyways, we're walking past the Golden Nugget. We're on First Street, and I think Bridger. And whenever I see Bridger, I think of Matt Bridger, who's done some excellent documentaries on Las Vegas from the UK. Awesome daytime walk. Thank you, guys. I want to see that 1,000. That would be great. Golden Nugget is a nice place to stay. I've stayed there 4 times. I like Golden Nugget. Nice property inside. Again, it was Steve Wynn's baby. He made this place as famous as it is. You can see another Golden Nugget tower over here. One of the very first things Steve Wynn did when he bought the Golden Nugget was build a hotel tower. It didn't have really a hotel tower attached to it at all. And we can see the new City Hall right there. That's that big shiny glass building. In building the hotel tower, he now had room revenue, and he could build off of the room revenue. And then he, of course, made it a destination with Dolly Parton. I think Frank Sinatra also performed there. He called in some friends from the East Coast. My old stomping grounds down here? Not really. I mean, I did work on Fremont Street for a while when I marketed and promoted timeshare, but I never enjoyed Fremont Street. As I mentioned last night, it was very loud, and I don't like yelling when I'm working. You can see more of these old power lines just hanging, asking to be blown over or something. Like, how do they stay up? It serves in the background, and the Golden Nugget's other tower right there. So let's see here. Stevie went to St. Joan of Arc School in Michigan. Very cool. So it's kind of dead, but we're gonna loop back on Fremont Street. Of course, we were just down on Fremont Street a while back. An hour and 5 minutes, 105 minutes ago, and it was very dead. They were just setting up the barricades and cleaning up all the garbage from last night. So what are we looking at in the distance? So if you came here 15 years ago, you didn't have anything. Like, this would have been barren landscape, the whole entire thing. So that's brand new. Let's zoom in a little bit, okay? That's brand new. This is a brand new structure. It's gonna be offices, I imagine, and that's a parking structure. And right to the left of that, you have the Smith Center for Performing Arts. That's a Broadway caliber stage where they've had Wicked in the past, and I hope the Book of Mormon performs there because I'd love to go to that musical, the South Park guys. Then in the back, the big red brick building is the World Market Center. That's Vegas's way to try to take all of the furniture market away from North Carolina. North Carolina has a huge thriving furniture industry, and the plaza has, and so the World Market Center has furniture come in. So if you're a furniture company, you make stuff from like South America, you might come in and try to make deals to sell it in the United States. This is a little performing arts. This is a little like stage set up at the plaza. Years ago, there was a team called the Las Vegas Wranglers. They played over at the Orleans. And the Orleans canceled their arena lease. And the plan was to put them over at the plaza and possibly host them on the roof of the plaza, and it would have been presumably on this part, not the Greyhound bus, but next to it, or put them in this parking lot. But now it's a COVID-19 testing center. Welcome to the new world, kids. And the Bridger Inn, you probably don't want to stay at the Bridger Inn. Again, it reminds me of Matt Bridger from the UK, a little hotel. And then if you walk down here at night, you're kind of looking for something that might happen to you. I wouldn't do it. This is our COVID clinic, and move slowly for health workers. You know, I didn't even know there was a COVID testing center down here until just now, but that's what they did. They made it a COVID testing center. So the Greyhound bus closed, moving it closer to the airport, they said. We get advertisements for Oscar's Steakhouse, and a lot of people confused. I'm here to catch the bus. I missed the bus, and it is something I will never, ever, ever do again. If you know the lyric I just quoted, name it in the chat, and congratulations, you're a 90s kid. So the Greyhound stay, that's why I tried to cut across traffic just now, because that guy was trying to talk to me, and I was like, nope, I'm not doing that. So I didn't want to have any conflicts. So let's see what's going on with Greyhound now. We are moving. Effective February 23rd, this location will be closed. Okay, so right now it's at the RTC South Strip Transfer Terminal. Not too far from us, actually. No, it might be really far from us. Let's see. Yeah, it's really, really far from us. When I told you, closer to the airport, right? That's the South Strip's Transfer Terminal. This is the whole sign. Welcome to the Vegas sign, Shark Reef, New York, New York. All the way up there, we're now here. So that's what they've done. And they just literally took a Google Maps and blew it up. You can see how like coarse the font is. That's fun. This guy's trying to figure it out with somebody on the phone. Poor guy. I think Greyhound would blast out to people, but he might not have a ticket yet. So we got the plaza and the Circa in the distance. Came to Vegas in a $25,000 car, left in a $100,000 bus. And it wasn't a party tour bus either, was it? So if you're just tuning into the channel, thank you guys for watching the channel. My name's Steven. We're walking downtown Fremont Street today. It's early. We started this at about 8:15, 8:20 or so in the morning. And we're out here right now. I want to show you things that you can't really look at night. This gives you a whole different perspective. Now, I'm going to walk back here a little bit too, so another security guard can tell me to leave. At least they won't be armed federal security guards like over at the courthouse about 20, 30, 40, 50 an hour, 10 hours ago. Because I want to show you something over here. We have the train, and there's a reason they call it Main Street Station. See, trains do run through Vegas, and there used to be Amtrak in Las Vegas. So I'm going to walk down here. We got the entrance to the plaza. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for the future notifications. If you guys want to support the channel, there's channel memberships available. There's Patreon. patreon.com/notleavinglasvegas. You guys can be in the credits of all my videos. Or we have the fantastic vegasfacemask.com face masks. 2 for $25, double insulated cotton. Beautiful mask, lightweight, doesn't really fog up my glasses even though it's in the 50s right now. And 60 or 70 different designs. Here's the train line. So they called it Main Street Station because the plaza used to be the Union Plaza. The Main Street Station is on Main Street. But the plaza used to be Union Station, Union Plaza. You got some new lofts being built in the back right here. But the trains used to roll through here, and they used to have, you know, Amtrak coming through in Vegas. Now there's a train that's going to be coming through Vegas. It's going to be a high-speed rail, but it'll go nowhere near us down here. These, the new train station will go down to the South Outlets. We did a video on that over a year ago before COVID was a big thing. And that's Southern Nevada Water Authority. Last time I heard, the Internal Revenue Service is in that building too. So, yeah, back of the Plaza Hotel over here. Let's go to the front though. We can see all the Greyhound buses still parked down here. We used to take Amtrak in and out of Vegas. Closest stop now is Needles, California. Yeah, Americans don't really embrace rail travel because everything is kind of close together, even though the country's very big. And this is totally fake. Yeah, these come out if you pull them hard enough. Real bamboo will grow out here. Not this type, but don't plant bamboo. It's the worst thing ever. It'll destroy your yard unless you do it right. You think you're doing yourself something fun to look at? In 2 years' time, you want to remove it, and it's impossible. All the buses are behind us right there. Still parked here. They might be still doing drop-offs here, but the pickups not happening here. They're happening way south, right by the airport. Okay, let's see here. Vegas will turn into sand very soon, CT says. Interesting theory. There's actually a Netflix movie that's coming out where there's a zombie apocalypse in Las Vegas. I saw the trailer for it. I can't wait to watch it. The effects on destroying the strip look freaking fantastic. They skirted around having to use the hotels being destroyed by just destroying their signs enough that you can tell it's the Cosmopolitan, you can tell it's the Aria, and the trailer looks out of control. It comes out in May, so I don't know the name of it, but it's a zombie movie on Netflix set in Las Vegas, and it looks freaking killer. I think the whole thing is in Las Vegas, and if it is, I'll be super happy. I'll be doing backflips. I'll be watching it. I love that kind of stuff. All right, so we're in front of the plaza. We have the Golden Gate. First telephone in Las Vegas was installed here. We'll go look at that plaque if I can recall. The Golden Gate is contemporized. At nighttime, it has lots of cool blue neon on it, but you can see the building has been refreshed and restored and loved by this Derek Stevens and his brother. It's an Army of the Dead movie. Very cool. This is a landmark. This was the Hotel Nevada. Then it was the Sal Salvage, which is Las Vegas spelled backwards. I always want to eat here, man. Manchu Walk. This is a very Canadian thing, man. I never seen one anywhere in the United States. And there's another place in Canada called Ito of Japan. And it's a teppanyaki right at the mall. But there's a Manchu Walk in the plaza. You wouldn't think it. I don't know if they have them anywhere else in America. If they have a Manchu Walk near you, tell me, because it's just like when we were a kid in Canada, we didn't have Panda Express. We had Manchu Walk. We have pop-up pizza. Best pizza in Vegas. Got those little Detroit-style pepperoni cups on it. And then we have Oscars sitting right above us. Pancakes, pancakes, pancakes! Hash House A Go-Go, Twisted Farm food. I think it would be better to just name it Pancakes, Pancakes, Pancakes. Where are you eating breakfast? Pancakes, pancakes, pancakes. No, I know what you want for breakfast. Where are you eating? Pancakes, pancakes, pancakes. Okay, say it again, I'm gonna smack you. Let's just call it Hash House A Go-Go. All right, circa the end of the Slotzilla down here. Let's see here, got any Auntie Anne's pretzels in Vegas? Lots of them. There's Auntie Anne's all over the place. Yep, we got those all over. You can, last time I saw one, I believe at the Outlet Center, South Outlets. And we can see Slotzilla. We're gonna walk down Fremont, see how open it's become. They're just doing the cleanup before. Subscribe to the channel if you guys like this. You'll see these every single week with me. You'll also get news updates on Las Vegas, short films. I'm working on William the Busker right now. It's a very challenging video. Watbury's just coming in, didn't notify you. How many in-and-outs are there? There's several. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I counted ones I know of. We got in and out on West Sahara. There's one on Blue Diamond Road. There's one on East Tropicana. There's one at the Link. There's one on the 95 in the north part of town. That's 5 at least 5. I remember when a guy that sat next to me won a car. Really? Did you get rid of your bamboo? No, it'll never go away. Bamboo is insidious. If it has one little spore of bamboo that flies, it grows another bamboo plant. And then the bamboo shoots 10, 20 feet out and grows more plants. And then you're walking and you step on bamboo, it can cut through you. I have a scar on my leg from when I was pulling bamboo, and it ripped me apart. And some people are allergic to bamboo, and I happen to be one of them. And that thing welted up and was terrible. And so no, bamboo is not great. Here's Vegas in 1908 on the sign right here. 1908. Then we got 1930, I think this is gonna say. I know it's hard to see with that camera because of the refresh rate. And now we got 2021. The journey continues in Las Vegas. Bamboo is grass, like those palm trees they planted all over town. Yep, it's just a weed and the roots suck and I mean, it looks pretty. That's good. Mythbusters did a show on bamboo where they took a ballistics dummy because there's an old type of torture they did in Japan and I think maybe Vietnam, I don't know, but they would put a soldier tied down on bamboo and they'd say, tell us all your secrets. And if you didn't tell them all the secrets, then bamboo would grow. And since bamboo grows and it's sharp, it would eventually start to puncture the skin slowly, torturing them until they would give up all their state secrets of the soldiers that were captured behind enemy lines. We got the Golden Gate, of course. Beautiful property. It certainly is. So yeah, and Mythbusters proved that yes, indeed, that bamboo will puncture skin on a ballistics gel dummy. Is that where the mint used to be? Yes. So not there, but here. So somebody asked last night about mermaids. So what used to be out here was the mint, mermaids, and a place called the Glitter Gulch, which was a gentleman's club. And I did a video on this, on the room tours at Circa, and I showed you some photos of that in the intro. So you guys can see that. Now the bar is not open, but the TVs are going with all the sports. That's Circa. Number 8 Fremont Street. And I think that the Golden Gate is number 1 Fremont Street, and I totally forgot to show you. Let's go back and find it. It's a plaque. I know it sounds ridiculous, but we're gonna show it to you. A lot more people than when we started, and the temperature's a lot nicer right now too. It's warmed up considerably. It was what, 42 when I started, it's 48. 6-degree difference, matters a whole lot. So the Golden Gate is historic. They used to have the 99-cent shrimp cocktails. Those are now at Saginaw's, which is over here at the Circa. So you can get into the Circa and do your 99-cent shrimp cocktails. But it's over here. This guy doesn't like that I have my mask on. There's nobody around me, but Fremont Street, they will ask you to put on a mask, even if it's just you walking next to nobody whatsoever, which is good. So here's the plaque. Here's the plaque. At this site, the first telephone was installed in Las Vegas, dedicated during Las Vegas's Diamond Jubilee, October 1980, Central Telephone, Nevada. I don't know why it doesn't say the date it was installed. Really should say the date on the plaque, but hey, that plaque's been there longer than I've been alive. Who am I to criticize? Let's take a walk down Fremont Street. Okay? Okay. Sunday morning, people check out of the hotels at 11 a.m. Yep. So there's a lot more people down here than there used to be because we are just after checkout time, 20 minutes past checkout time. Setting up the bar. They gotta set the alcohol up in all of the spots. Square Bet says it was a payphone. Not surprisingly. Does anybody remember payphones? Payphones have not been around for a long time. I've actually had people ask me when I worked on the strip that were from overseas, do you know where there's a payphone? I'm like, I don't know where there's a payphone. I haven't seen a payphone in 10 years. Everybody has a cell phone. Z communicator. What's this guy handing out? Oh, he's doing the samples. They're trying to sell the women skin cream and stuff like that. So you don't see these guys at night, but they'll bring them back to this place right here, and they'll sell you $300-400 worth of beauty products. Hey, what's up?
That's cool, man.
How you doing?
I like that one. I got the number 2.
Oh, you got the
Osmo?
Yep.
Yeah, that's gangster, man.
Oh, cool. Right on.
Yeah. What's you up to? You doing a little podcast right now?
I'm doing a live stream right now,
Telling
yeah.
everybody what's up in Vegas?
Yep, I am.
Just tell them to come down here and get some free tickets. We're giving away tickets to the Mob Museum.
Okay, they
and also to
gotta.
the Wax Museum.
How do they get the free tickets?
You just come down here. All you have to do, you have to be 25 years or older. You
Okay.
have to be a married couple.
Right.
Basically, you know, our occupancy is really low right now, so that puts us. What we're doing is we're going to give away free things to different couples visiting.
Okay.
As a thank you to these different couples for visiting town during the pandemic. We really appreciate it. So basically, all they have to do is come visit me in my booth, and
Okay.
we'll sort them out with some free tickets to a show or free tickets to one of the different venues here in town. We also have comps for dinners.
Okay.
It could be for a breakfast, lunch, or dinner here in town. It's $200 comp. We have a $200 slot play.
Where's
There's
the
all
slot
sorts
play?
of different
Where's
cool
the
things
slot
that you
play?
can get. The slot play is for the slot machines. It's a $200 comp.
For what casino?
Any one of the casinos.
Any one of them?
Yeah,
Like they're
because
all.
it works on like a little ticket system, so all they have to do is scan the ticket.
You sure it's not Binions?
No, it's not just one place.
It's not
yeah.
the promotional machines in Binions?
You know what? Depending on where you're staying at, my boss will approve it, and he dials them in for like
Okay.
wherever they're at. It might be specific to where they're staying, but
So how long is the timeshare presentation?
90 minutes.
Where's it happening? Where are they doing these days?
They do it at the Jockey Club.
Oh, the Jockey Club.
Yeah, right there over at the Cosmo. You
Okay.
know, downstairs.
Right on, I
Yeah,
gotcha.
it's really cool. You know, it's just there's no surprises. If people are interested, they check it out. If they have questions, they can ask questions.
Right.
It can go as long as 120 minutes. With most people, if they're not really interested, they just let them know, and they'll get them out of there in 90 minutes and get them on their way with their free tickets.
So the slots aren't for Binions or Casino Royale. It could be any casino in the town. Is what you're
To be
telling me.
honest, it's my third day working, you know, so I
Okay.
couldn't honestly answer that. So like,
Okay.
you know, to,
All right.
to keep it real with you guys, you know, I don't want to lead no one on.
Okay,
But
cool.
it is a good deal. A lot of people do it, and they have a great time.
Okay.
Yesterday, we sent some people to the go do the shark reef thing over at Mandalay.
Sounds fun.
And then
Okay.
after that, they went and did the gondola ride and did the wax museum.
All right.
So-
Do they need major credit cards or could a debit card work?
Yeah, as long as someone has the same last name or they live in the same household and they can prove that
What's
with
the
their
income?
ID.
What's the income requirement?
There's several different boxes. Whatever your income level is, you just kind of check your box and let them know where you're at.
Okay.
You know, and I think that they look where everybody's at and they'll tailor fit their presentation for whoever they're dealing with. You know.
Gotcha. All right. Thanks,
So it's
man.
really cool. Yeah, thanks for stopping by,
Yeah,
guys.
Sure. So when he tells you about the slots, that's a red alarm for me. The slots are not for any casino on the strip. That's impossible because every single casino works differently. And so he's pitching us on timeshare. If he was doing it correctly, he would have told you the slots are promotional. And there's a really good chance the slots are for Casino Royale or for the Binions. I did this job for years. I didn't give away the slot play because it's garbage and you'll come back angry at me and I don't want to fight with people. And I would give everybody my personal phone number. And the first time I started getting callbacks that it was garbage, I asked the people who trained me. But yeah, I mean, you can get some legit stuff. A shark reef at Mandalay Bay, I think, costs you $25. He'll give you a couple of those tickets, whatever. But yep, that's a timeshare guy in Las Vegas. And he wants you to come back there. And there is an income requirement. And if you check the box that's too low, they will not put you on the tour. And
We want to get in your blog.
you want to be on my blog? You want to be on my blog? You can be on the blog.
No,
What's
I
your-
just want to say hi.
Oh, okay.
I kind of watch you every.
I like your shirt.
I'm sorry?
I like your shirt.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Yeah, you too. That's fun. Even at 11 in the morning, people saying hello. So everybody's got to make a living in Vegas. There's a good, honest way to do it. And if you guys enter into those timeshare presentations knowing that you're not going to purchase anything and you're not obligated to and you're willing to sit for the time, then you will get your promises, because the last thing the timeshare resort wants is people flipping out inside of the sales room. So they'll keep their word to you, but it's up to you if you want to do that. Everybody watching this video is completely a smart person. You guys all know the choices you have to make for yourself and your family. You're not obligated to buy anything, but then again, you got to ask yourself how valuable your 2 hours is to you. This sign is broken because it says wait, but we have the walk sign. Maybe Steven isn't really in Vegas. Get a free shirt for a 2 hour. No, they don't give away shirts. They give you guys like dining comps. They might send you to a restaurant. You'll get something that's actually worth money, you know? So that's a thing, but it was interesting to have him pitch us on the whole thing.
Sir?
Fun. I'm sorry? Me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
How you doing?
I'm good. What's up?
Question.
Yes.
Is this social media or commercial use?
It's a social media, just a live stream.
You gotta have a license and permit to be out here, sir.
I called security down there. I talked to one of your officers when I heard that. They told me that professional cameras, so like a digital SLR, something on a tripod that sits, this is just a handheld thing, because the main thing is obstructing use, and this is not a commercial use.
What I asked you was, is this social media or commercial use?
Social media.
Social media.
Yeah.
Out here, sir, if you're gonna do anything in social media, whatever it is, you gotta have a permit from the city on Fremont Street.
That's not true. I called your own security detail and I asked them.
Sir, I don't know who you talk to.
Yeah, I talked to one of your people and when you call Fremont Street Security. See, the thing is, you have at any given moment on any night, you could have 3 or 4 of us down here and nobody says anything to us because there's 10,000 people. But what I was told from your security, they lined it out for me. I said, because I don't want to break the rules. Okay, I'm a good guy. I don't want to fight with people. I said, so we're not allowed professional cameras. She said, right. I said, what's a professional camera? She says, anything with a detachable lens or anything that's on a tripod that will obstruct traffic on Fremont Street. I said, okay, so is a gimbal and a cell phone okay if I stream? She said, absolutely it is. Now you're telling me it's a different thing. She wouldn't tell me her name. There's Baker 1. For security reasons, she can't tell me her name. She went by Baker 1.
Okay. I will deal with them, but I'm going to let you know, sir. Anything with commercial and social media, whatever it is, it's not allowed to be on Fremont Street. You got to get necessary approval to the Fremont Street experience or the city. Okay? Now, reference to what you said earlier, personal use and whatever it is, now, that's different. But this is why I asked you to you directly, what is it are you doing? You said social media or commercial use? You said social media. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Can I talk to one of your supervisors?
I'm the security manager and staff right now.
Okay. And who's
Could
I have your card, please?
I'll give you the.
Can you give me the ordinance so I can understand it better, so I can know what my boundaries are for next time, so I can play within the rules?
Any video shooting, commercial, media, social media, whatever it is, have to get the necessary documents from the city of Las Vegas and the Fremont Street, who regulate all video shoots and everything within the experience. Okay? Otherwise, if you don't have the necessary document, you can liable for a lawsuit.
Okay, can I have your card so I can reference back this conversation?
So yeah, that's why I want to talk to you. Yeah, you're not in no trouble. It's just
that no, I'm not in trouble. I'm not in trouble at all. Trust me, I'm not worried about this in the least.
I'll make sure the officer who you talk to kind of understand the rules and regulation more, because like I said,
it's funny. You know what's funny about all this?
Go ahead.
You remember when all this was shut down for 78 days? They put barricades up so you couldn't actually walk on Fremont Street.
Yeah.
What's funny is that then they said, well, we can't close down for New Year's Eve because we're a public street. But they closed it down for 78 days, and on a public street, if you are a public street, if Fremont Street is actually a public street that the city has to deal with, I understand you guys have a business. I also know that you got timeshare promoters walking right out into the center harassing couples, and you're not, that's something where he has his boundaries too. I know that I have my boundaries because this is obviously a private street at some point inside of here because it is a street.
It's considered as a pedestrian mall.
It's a pedestrian mall, okay.
Yeah, so if you go on the city website, Title 11 of the city ordinance,
no, I have the maps.
You can scroll all the way to the bottom.
There's interactive maps. I'll consult the maps and see where the actual public right-of-way is.
On the city website, Title 11, scroll all the way to the bottom.
Because Fremont Street argued that they can't shut down for New Year's Eve because there's a public street, but now you guys are a private street.
It will say pedestrian mall.
Oh, I see.
Where you can look it up and they give you all the information that required.
So can I have your card, please?
I'm gonna give you my boss.
Oh, that would be great. I'd love to talk with him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oops.
Here we go.
All right. What was your name?
We are not allowed, but I'll give you my badge number. I'm the shift sergeant on duty, 105.
105, shift sergeant on duty. So this is the person, Mark Redden, Director of Security. Okay.
So what you can do, send him an email from there.
Oh yeah, we'll send him an email.
Which go directly to his cell phone so he can respond back to you.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
All right?
Okay.
Appreciate your understanding, man.
Sure, yeah.
Have a good day.
So there you go. shut down on Fremont Street. I can't wait to cut this out of the video and make a separate video on it all. Now we got to get back to Circa, so I'm not allowed to film anywhere down here. Interesting. Can that man, badge 105. Yep, we got badge 105. So it was, what was it, Las Vegas Unfiltered also had a problem, but he was able to take his camera down further. He actually was down here on a Friday night. Should have called the number. I can't call the number when I'm on a live stream, but that would have been a cool idea. I don't believe anything that he just told me, by the way. I believe the first officer that I talked to, and my plan of attack right now is to call back to Fremont Street Security over the next few days and get a couple of more badges and things like this, and like a Baker 1, for example. I'll get Alpha 3, I'll get, Squirrel 4, whatever they want to call themselves. And I will get that, and I will find out what they say to me over and over again. And then we will get down to the bottom of this. Yep. All right, so that's that. Interesting stuff. Walk around and go in from the D. You can't go into the D. If you guys want to call these people, you guys can. I don't see what the point of that would be, but I can show you guys the number. Nobody's going to call this number, but I thought I was being respectful. There's their phone number. Phone, direct, fax. They still use faxes. So that's the person. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Card goes away. All right. Anyways, I showed you guys the card. Anyways, we get 44 more likes to get us to 1,000 likes. That would be great. And, like I said to him, you got people that are busting their own rules, going into the crowd, walking all over the crowd. What's funny about this is they don't say anything when there's 10,000 people down here. But interesting stuff. We got 10 more to get to 1,000. That would be great. Everybody films down here. Everybody films down here. Excuse me. We got 1,013 likes. Very nice. All right, so I got to get back to Las Vegas Boulevard, walk to Stratosphere. Carrie, I wish I had a fantastic, wonderful camera that just went forever on the battery, but we've been doing this stream for 131 minutes, so 2 hours and 10 minutes. Cowgirl, up Cantina. Everything is up Cantina over at the Binions, it seems. Boy, oh boy. Also, like the casinos, yep, if that's public street, you should be able to stream. Well, he might be onto something with it being like a shopping plaza or something like that. Hey, look, we'll get to the bottom of it. We'll figure everything out, but that's okay. Payphone's still available in Hamilton, Ontario. Very good. Steel City, Canada has the payphones. Home of the Tiger Cats and the, what is it? The, what's your guys' OHL team out there? It's driving me nuts. Niagara Ice Dogs, right? Why didn't you say personal? Because I'm not a liar. And if I lie on camera, then I impugn myself in the future. If I lie to that guard on camera and presuppose that people who actually work on Fremont Street see me lying to him, then I'm setting myself up for further failure down the line. Unless I want to make this video private, which I certainly do not want to make this video private. Well, Hamilton Bulldogs, Ice Dogs. I thought it was the Mississauga Ice Dogs. That was Don Cherry's old team. And back in the day, love me some Don Cherry. But anyways, it's been an interesting stream. 1,000 people subscribed, Fuzzy Dice. Okay, it's all good. You guys are great for watching. Thank you guys. If you guys haven't done so yet, do like, share, subscribe to videos. Hit subscribe on the channel. Turn it up, being live streamed all week on Fremont. Of course they were. It's not even a big deal when you come in during the big, huge fray, but I guess that I was just standing out of the crowd right now. But anyways, we'll figure it all out. We'll get to the bottom of things. So, it's a good morning. It's a good stream. If you guys want to support the channel, head on over to vegasfacemask.com. The only two that you'll ever need. We also have channel memberships, and we also have things that get you in, the credits. I love you guys for watching. It's been a really interesting stream full of character today. We're down off Fremont Street. It's been quite the slice of life this morning. We saw a little bit of everything. Hopefully the wind wasn't too bad with this thing. You can like blow into it. It doesn't make a lot of noise. Thanks for doing what you do. Thank you, Steve Six, for watching. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you're overseas and you haven't seen me before. I'm Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna go down. 3, 2, 1, click. You guys are wonderful. 3, 2, 1, and my streams aren't commercialized. You're right, Mr. T. And click.